looks like we got a new friend! Welcome to the Academy. Please take your seats. Welcome to the Academy. Please take your seats. Welcome to the Academy. Please take your seats.
Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to this week's Curse of Strahd episode. Before anyone begins, I think Alex does have to be sitting down for us to play. I think Alex does have to be sitting down. Sophie, that is definitely cheating. Okay, we're live.
I wasn't even here, but that's a bit unfair.
It was a bit unfair. It was a bit unfair. Since it was a bit unfair and Alex wasn't here, touch your elbow, redo.
I wasn't here. I can't tell you.
You were right here.
No,
you weren't here.
I wasn't here last week.
Oh, I see. Oh, who was last out of us three? I don't know. Redo.
I think it was Rachel, but I just had to remind her what happened.
I remember like the second half of the
Okay,
session.
wait,
Okay.
wait.
I'll do it.
Ready? But do a redo. 3, 2,
What if
1.
wait? What if we had a group thing?
Okay.
Okay,
I
let's-
like that. Let's
team
do a
it.
group
Team,
one.
team approach.
Team approach.
Team
I
approach.
like it. Let's
I
do.
don't remember the beginning.
Okay. So
No, no,
before
And
we
I
get to
remember
that,
the end.
before we get to that, let's do our social things. So guys, Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. Check out all of these, an inclusive safe space where you can come and talk about TTRPGs and all the other sorts of wonderful things. We are big on bringing new people into the community. So check out our Discord. If you want to get a game, send me a DM on Twitter. We've got 2 games of D&D 5e a week, 1 game of Ryutama, and 1 game of the Cypher System. We did have a game of Monsters Week, but it's now full all the way to the end of March. So you can't get in that one, I am afraid. Also, we have a Patreon. You can support us over on Patreon for as little as $1 a month, and every dollar is greatly appreciated. We have consistently stayed above our $500 goal for about a month now. So thank you all so much for the support. You make this possible. Thank you. Merch. If you would like to get one of our crests on your chest, then head over to the Redbubble, where there was recently a Valentine's Day code on offer, but I think it's ended now. There should be another one soon. You can see Kelly there just modelling some of our lovely merch. There we go. Yeah, it's perfect for the 3-hour one-shot. I've actually got mine right here as well. Mine's got notes on it though, so... I made notes, everyone.
I don't even own one. I'm part of this.
Yeah, I know.
I've asked
My
for
bad.
one.
Bird in the Storm Publishing is one of our sponsors. They create content for D&D 5e and other TTRPGs in the form of modules. If you head over to the YouTube, you can check out Clearing the Midnight Wield. It was a campaign that we ran during the Christmas time, and it was great fun. It was great fun. Very worth checking them out. Most of their proceeds go to charity as well. So when you support them, you are supporting charities too. It's Tall School and Bird versus Plane. If you know them. They're always doing stuff for charity and things. Also, we have Mage Hand Press. Mage Hand Press created the Dark Matter Alpha, which is an expansion for D&D 5e in the sci-fi universe. We use it to play D&D in space on Thursdays at 10 PM EST. We also have things down in the panels below. In the panels below, we have tabletoploot.com, arasovad.com, and ruinc.com. So you can go and get yourself some dice, get yourself some accessories like trays and things, and get yourself some cartography or maybe a nice pillow from one of those with a 10 to 15% discount, depending on which site it is. And lastly, we do have the tweets. I did put the tweet command in when we had the raid in as well. Every 10 retweets, we will get a random Gothic trinket for our players, which is distributed at random and has no sense of foreboding or plot attached to it whatsoever. That's all the things. So let's go round and say hello to everyone. Do you know, let's switch it up. This week, let's go that way round. Let's say hi to Alex first. Oh, hi.
Hi. Sorry.
I've taken completely by surprise.
I just recently rearranged like where everything is, and so suddenly like the monitor is raised up, and I'm like, "Where's the mouse? Where's the mouse? Where's the mouse? There's the mouse." I'm playing like "Where's the mouse" instead of other weird. Anyway, hi. I'm doing well. It's really good to be back here and playing some more D&D in the wonderful cursed world of the Curse of Strahd, and I am really excited to be playing Suri, who is the younger sibling of Sophie, and they're both little halfling rogues, little halfling arcane tricksters. And Suri has been through the works in this. She has been almost a full-fledged werewolf. She's had Strahd enter her mind as well as her sister's mind. She's been used as like kind of well, when she's been unconscious, I believe at some point somebody said about something like riding me down the stairs, or like use it like, you know, like you would a sledge.
No, it was like a boogie board in the water.
It's like a boogie
Yeah.
board in the
Flotation device.
You got stuck under a portcullis at one point. That was one of the things that
I
happened.
pulled you out though, you were fine.
It didn't damage you, but they did get your leg trapped in between the bars of the...
I pulled your head though. You were fine. Don't complain.
Also, we've had a donation come in early for a reroll for you, Alex. So you now have a reroll and a d6 to use at your discretion. Whenever
Thank you very much. But yeah, Suri herself is a little oblivious, just like me, as to what everything is going on. Mostly she just knows that she adores her companions and will not be the same without her sister. So, yeah.
So touching in this dark, dark world. Next around, we have the wonderful A. Kelly Lane. Oh, hi, Kelly.
Hi. I'm Kelly, and I play Talia, who is probably as close to squad mom as this squad has, I think. She's a half-elf and paladin who has found herself having a really hard time keeping her vows here in Barovia because there is no light, there is no dark, there's just a whole lot of gray. And the Strahd afflicted party members have not been making that any easier on her. At this point, she just wants to get them out of here without losing any more limbs.
I can't begin to imagine who you mean. With that, why don't we go around to our coincidentally next player, Rachel. Oh, hi! Oh, baby 190.
I don't like that you use the word coincidentally. I'm kind of scared now, especially with what Kelly told me, like, I don't know, 3 minutes ago. But hi, my name is OBaby190. I'm here on the, wait, what? My name is Rachel, or OBaby190 here on the internet. That's how I usually do my thing. Sorry. I will be playing Sophie tonight, the older sibling of Suri, who is also an arcane trickster rogue. And, she's having a rough time. She's having a really, really rough time. She's also had Strahd talk to her. She was like weirdly in love with him for like a session, and then she snapped out of it. So thank God for that, because it's really creepy. I mean, he dumped blood on her head. Like, that's just rude. That's not first date material. That's rude. He's not a good guy. And now she's in a basement with a bunch of cult people. So, you know, I'm half expecting her to die and or lose another finger, or maybe she'll mash Bob and lose a leg. So here's to hoping that if she does lose a leg, that Bob can show her a mean peg leg walk. So
Join Team Pirate. It's not so bad.
Pirate. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Fantastic. Now, we've already hit our follower goal, so we will be starting with one trinket. Alice, you are the last of the players. Oh, hi.
Hello. I'm Alice, or White Rabbit Pick on Twitter. And
Have we lost Alice?
I believe so.
Oof. Okay, for a second I thought I'd lost all of you, because your reaction to Alice freezing was all of you froze.
You're back.
You're back.
There we go.
Welcome back.
I am. Where did I get to?
Hi, I'm Alice.
I play Bob, and I am a changeling, and I'm most of the time into Baxi form. So far, I have gained an eye patch, but not lost an eye. But I have lost a leg, and I'm a rogue, and I'm not very good at it. I don't think either. But as much as Talia is like mum to the team, I think Bob is either dad or big brother to this team, and I carry the halflings like a lot. So yeah,
Especially Sophie. You have a
we
penchant for
bonded in
carrying
that
Sophie.
spooky house, okay?
I think.
That spooky house with her 2 daggers on my side. As we used Suri as a little float.
So, why don't we, before we go into the full recap of last session and all the wonderful things that happened, although I think, Rachel, to be fair, you did a fairly good job there. You did a fair bit of it, so thank you. Why don't we explore what Bob did? Bob, you marched back towards the village at the end of last session, possibly looking to get some more bats.
Almost without me knowing.
Almost without you knowing. You don't have to do that, by the way. That could just be what your character said. You are a rogue, after all.
Bob doesn't lie. He's very bad at lying.
Well, what do you do?
He'll go back to the shop, but he'll stand outside and probably press up against the window again and look in and look down at the coin in his hand.
You can see the sign nearby, is no fun, is no Blinsky. You hear it in his voice now. you can see as well through the window, there's several things that are familiar. The merry-go-round with snarling wolves chasing children instead of prancing horses. There's a ventriloquist dummy in there, which looks quite new. It looks a bit like Strahd. In fact, it looks a lot like Strahd. There is also a wooden. The wooden nesting dolls are still there. You know, the Russian dolls. The smaller each one gets, still the innermost doll is a mummified corpse, whereas the outside one is a baby. They get older all the way in. Looking towards the back of the shop, you can see Blinsky and his baboon Piccolo working away.
He had a baboon?
Yeah, he had a little baboon. Yeah.
Hang on, wait.
Wait, baboon or monkey?
Baboon.
It was a miniature baboon.
A mini baboon.
It's a mini baboon. Oh my god! All
I
right.
want the mini baboon. Like,
I kind of love that.
I can't take his mini baboon.
But they are working away on what looks like a duck crossed with a velociraptor.
It's like literally my two favorite things, IRL. But he waits and he actually paces outside a couple of times, and he's arguing with himself. And he's like, "You don't need it. It should just get broken again, and then you'll be sad. And then what's the point? I mean, you're in Barovia. It's not." And he is conflicted with himself outside the shop, and you can see the. It won't harm having a look, and he just opens the door on the way in. And as he walks past the Strahd ventriloquist dummy, he turns it away from him and keeps walking in.
The neck is very stiff,
Then he'll lay it down.
as though it's resisting. Just a moment.
And Bob will probably hold it for a second and then force it down to lay down face down on the thing. Just like, he doesn't trust it and just like slide it along.
From the back of the shop, you hear,
Hello! Welcome, welcome! Is no fun, is no Blinsky! Welcome!
And like Bob sort of raises a hand almost shyly and sort of starts wandering around the shop and sort of looks at the baboon for a second, like sniffs it.
It's you!
Yes, it is
How,
me.
how were the bats?
I loved the bats. They were my favorite. But
You liked them! Is
I-
no fun, is no Blinsky!
I loved the bats, but someone broke my bats.
Somebody broke your bats.
Well, a big cat, actually, a very big cat, a big tiger.
I heard about a big cat being loose.
He broke my bats.
No, that is wrong.
I know.
I tell you what, I'll make you more bats at a discount price. Is no fun, is no Blinsky.
I could have more bats.
You are a hero. You saved the town from. I assume you did something to the big cat.
I told it off.
You told it off?
I told it off.
You told it off.
Yes. Why? What are you supposed to do with a big cat that crushes your bats?
I don't know. You run it out of town?
No, it lived here.
Oh. It lived here?
Well, it lived in this, like, a cart-like box type thing, which had another box in it that Sophie was in, and then that caused a whole other problems, because I ushered it back in the box, and then I had to get it out the box, then I had to get Sophie out the box, and then I had to put it back in the box.
I'll make you more bats.
Thank you.
Actually, I was already starting to make some more. You know, these are my best-selling product.
They are?
Uh-huh.
I'm glad. I do like the bats.
I've sold
how-
one.
How? Ah, well now you have sold too. And he sort of reaches down to his purse and he's like, how much is bats?
Well, they are usually 9 copper. For you today, they are 5 copper.
And he looks down. He's like, I'm not very good at counting. Could you help me, please?
Of course. Oh, of course. Oh,
He just
my
empties
friend.
this
Oh.
purse onto the counter, which I'm assuming is a lot of what Sophie gave him.
How much money has Sophie given him?
It's like 10 gold, isn't it?
In like gold pieces or silvers? Spare change?
Gold pieces. Straight up gold pieces.
Oh.
Is it enough?
It's more than enough. I do not know that I can give you the correct change.
Okay, but why not? What is more?
Well, any one of these is nearly 20 times the price.
Well, have one of these and I'll take the rest. And he just starts
Hang on a minute. Let me go and find something to give you some change with.
No, it's fine.
No, I'm giving you change.
I'm your best customer.
Yeah, yes, you are. That's why I'm giving you change.
No, I don't need change. You could keep it.
You
Think of all
saved the town from a cat. I get you change.
I told it to go back in a box.
And it did. That's weird.
It's not that weird.
It's pretty weird. And I make toys for a living.
What's wrong with toy? I am more concerned by the fact you have and he just sort of points at this tiny baboon on the end of.
Oh, Piccolo! He has been with me for many years.
Oh, no, Piccolo. And he sort of puts his finger towards Piccolo.
Piccolo, don't bite.
Is this? Can you do that again, please? Bob quickly snaps his fingers away, looking at this baboon, sort of slightly scared. What if I bought something else with the gold as well?
I suppose you could do that, yes. What is it you would like to buy? Look around my store. I am working on this new thing that your friend gave me as a commission. It's a duck.
It has sharp teeth. It's got like a rounded looking beak. Its feathers stick out almost like straight out from the back. So like, you know how when geese run and they've got their neck straight and their tail up? It's that sort of pose that he is doing the duck in.
And Bob looks at it and actually sort of, oh, it's beautiful.
You like it?
I don't know why I do, but I do.
Okay, I have a little more painting to do, and I am still yet to work on the river rat that it will be marring to death. But once I am finished, you can have it!
I'll take it. Which friend was it who commissioned it?
It was one of your friends, it was Sophie. Well, she didn't commission it, she gave it to me as a suggestion to get more sales. And it looks like it's working!
It is, it's very pretty. And Bob sort of goes to pat it just a little bit to look at it. Well, why don't you keep this 1 gold, and I'll take my bats, and then I maybe come back for the duck. That duck, did you say?
Yes, it's a duck! Can't you see from the feathers?
No, I can see that it is a duck. It's a very nice duck. I'm going to take the bats though. I can take those now.
Yes, of course. You take the bats. The duck should be ready in about 2 days. I'll make it a rush job for you.
No, don't rush it.
I just mean I'll focus on it. I don't mean that my work will be rushed.
No, I mean don't put yourself out.
But you're giving me a gold piece. You do not... Okay, it is evident you do not understand how currency works, okay? A gold piece I usually use to live for a whole, like, month, okay? Usually I get 2 gold per month.
Oh.
You've just paid me for half a month.
And he reaches in and puts another one down on the counter.
No, not another one. You don't need to pay me another one.
Why not?
Because...
2 a month.
Well, yes, but you only need to pay me for 2 weeks. It doesn't take me 2 weeks to make a duck.
You don't want the gold?
Of course I want the gold, but I shouldn't
Then
take
have the
advantage
gold.
of you and take the gold because you clearly don't understand how money works.
Well, look, I tell you what, I'll keep the rest and you take the 2 golds. And then if my bats break again, and he looks a bit like... holds them a little
Okay,
bit.
look, okay.
They want bats.
2 gold, I tell you what. If you manage to break your bats again, I give you 2 years warranty.
You mean I can have more?
Anything that happens to them, I will replace your bats. And if they look shabby after a year, I'll give them a paint job. How does that sound?
Oh no, I like shabby. But thank you, okay. And he sort of scoops up these bats, holds them close to him for a bit, and then very delicately places them on the floor with the string. And looks, he's like, I will see you later. Thank you. And it's like, he starts like pulling them out on this little train as he leaves the shop.
Thank you so much for the bits there, and Top Ham Dad as well. Thank you for the follow. That brings us to 8 followers, which means we've hit another trinket goal. That is our 3rd trinket goal hit this session so far. So it's in this state that Bob arrives back at the hotel. Now, why don't we launch into our recap, as you last week would have brought Bob up to speed, and then Bob would have been with you for the rest of the events. I can get us started if we need. We started in the Vistani camp.
Yeah, so we were okay. So we were in the Vistani camp and we met their like leader, who might be one of the people we were told to meet by Tarot Card Lady, Madame Eva, right? And then at this point, Sophie had been charmed by Strahd and was saying all sorts of nice things about him. So her sister had to have her take a walk so we could deal with the nice man.
Like a
who,
dog.
who who gave us a hint that we needed to go to the catacombs under the castle, find another item that we needed, and also to help him free his sister's soul, maybe? Something like that.
That, I believe, was the deal, yes.
And then we wandered back to town to rest up before heading on that trip, where a still cursed Sophie, or charmed Sophie, same thing at this point, made friends with the bartender, who happened to also be the member of a cult, yeah.
You're forgetting one vital thing, is that crazy old wizard bitch who tried to get us to pay for his chickens. Okay. That is vital information.
He did just kind of leave us with the tab there.
Yeah.
And then Sophie found out that there was a group meeting to go kill one of the town guards, and on behalf of orders from Strahd. She then, everybody went to bed. Well, she went to bed, and Suri and Sophie kept an eye, or Suri and Talia kept an eye on Sophie to try and make sure she didn't wander off in her charmed state. Instead, Sophie had yet another late night dream with Strahd. Thankfully, we got to witness her dream through the help of Mordenkainen. and she ended up snapping out of it at the end. But still managed to use her memories of being Team Strahd to convince the cult to go not kill the local guard, and instead ended up going back with them to their home base that she walked straight into, and then didn't have a whole lot of luck convincing them that she was still part of their team. And so she's trapped in a basement, and the other three of us are outside.
Just because she has the title Rogue doesn't mean she's earned it.
I think that was everything. I think that was the big stuff.
Yeah, that was most of the big stuff. We got to see the power of the charm spell. The combination of a charm spell and Rachel's teenage girl imagination. Which was beautiful.
And that wasn't me. Never mind.
I mean, just calling it like I see it, you know? So, towards the end of the session, Bob, you would, I think you stayed in bed, although you might have woken up and realized that everyone's gone. We can say it's easy for you to join them. Sophie joins these cultists outside. They lead her back to the Vakta house. The door underneath is opened, and they enter, and Sophie enters the Vakta house basement through a side entrance. The cultists outside did not follow her. These were old men and young teenagers, you know, more fanatics than cultists, really. Definitely didn't look very experienced, sent on a mission to kill Izek. However, when Sophie enters the room, it was full of thugs. Hardened cultists. We are not going to go straight to Sophie's perspective, though, because that would give Suri, Talia, and Bob an insight as to what's going on in there and may influence their decisions. So instead, Talia, Suri, and Bob, you sit outside the Vakta house having watched Sophie gone in. Sophie, what was the message that you sent right at the last of the episode? Do you remember?
No, I don't.
I totally remembered that it wasn't "I'm in danger."
No, it wasn't. I sent it to Suri, though.
I believe it was along the lines of, like, you had... I remember turning around like, oh no, she don't got this.
It was something like that. Oh no.
That's my response to it, but you were something like you were going in on your own or going further on your own, and we were like, oh no, oh no.
Yeah, I remember it being distinctly confident. Despite there being a room full of people and stuff, you were like,
yeah.
Well...
Yeah, I definitely remember having the impression of Sophie thought that she had this, and everyone else was like, she don't got this.
So Sophie's, her attitude all the time is, I got this, but she doesn't got this. I got it.
She don't got this, guys. She don't got this.
The 5 other cultists stay outside. One of them turns the key in the lock and pockets it. They all stand around the door. You see 2 of them stay visible, seemingly lurking. The other 3 make their way around the building. Maybe... You don't see them turn the corners, though. It would seem as though they've melded into the shadows. If you'd like to keep an eye on them, it would cost you a perception check.
Yes.
Dark vision will be an aid to that as well, if you have it.
I do.
We'll give you advantage because of your dark vision.
Okay, good. 16.
You can see they have taken up residence in the shadows around the building. The building seems to cast too many shadows, too many deep shadows. So when you look into these deep shadows is when you realise you can see a person dressed all in black sitting there.
How out in the open are we? Like, how far, like...
I believe
we said that we stayed across the street, I think, but I don't know if we were being particularly sneaky about it. I don't know if there's anywhere for us to be sneaky.
I mean, it's possible. It's very possible you could be sneaky. Hang on a second, let me just get my quick town map up. So this is right in the this is in the northern section of the town. So opposite there is a house with a fence, a wooden fence that you could hide behind.
Yeah. I think Talia would look at the other two and she'd be like, let's duck behind here. And you guys have those crossbows, right?
Yes. Why did they lock the door?
Probably nothing good.
I mean, I could go and ask them.
I don't think that would be good either.
Why? I won't shoot them.
Oh, goodness.
This all just sounds like it's going to go really badly.
Really quickly. Okay.
A raven lands on the fence near your head, Talia.
Do I remember? I remember this raven. Do I? Do I remember
Ooh,
this raven?
I don't know. What do you remember about Raven?
I feel like that's happened before. I don't know though. Can I?
You might have had a raven fly at you in a dream one time, maybe. Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I remember that Talia remembers that the doctor lady has an imp familiar though.
Mm-hmm.
So
This raven simply lands on the fence, cocking its head at you, as 10, 11 more fly over its head, and they land in various places on the roof around the Wachter house. This raven looks to you for a moment more and goes, "Ah!" and then flies away itself.
Can I insight check the raven?
If you would like to insight check the raven's cry, you may.
Was that a warning or a?
It was very aggressive, nonetheless.
Yeah, was it a warning or was it an alarm?
On a 17, you can tell the raven is trying to tell you not to get involved. Stay away seems to be the cry. Be gone. Ah! That's right, I speak raven.
Got it. Well, that's not gonna happen. She's gonna look to the other two. She's like, "That was weird, right?"
I've learned just not to talk to anything here. We don't know. Also, that raven seems to have set off some form of dog in the background.
She's like, "Okay. This whole walking straight up to them thing is not maybe the worst idea. There's no way we're gonna sneak up on them.
It's okay, I'll go talk to them.
No, let's all go. Let's all go talk to them and see if we can convince them to let us inside."
Oh, okay. And Bob stands up, and he's got that trail of bats behind him as he pulls it along. Just behind him, and he approaches this place that they've just appeared into. Hello, good evening.
Oh my gosh, that's the bat sound.
Yeah, that's my bats coming along.
Can I help you?
Yes, what is this?
The main square is down that way. You just keep heading
I
south.
know where the main square is.
There are inns and things you can find down that way.
I don't want an inn, I've got an inn. I was more wondering what is going on down there.
No business of yours, citizen. Do not worry.
Well, we've had a previous meeting with the lady of the house, and she did tell us to come back if we had changed our minds about being helpful. And our friend came in ahead of us.
Were you asked to arrive close to midnight?
We just got back into town. We thought we'd come straight away.
We're jet lagged, it happens.
Jet lagged? Is that some sort of spell component? Well, I recommend that you try the front entrance in the morning at a reasonable hour.
Well, our friend came ahead of time, and we saw her head downstairs, so we assumed we would just go and meet up with her.
I'm not sure what you mean. A friend came through this way? No.
Yes, I did. I saw them with my own eyes.
No, we've been
No, looks
standing
kinda
here
like
all
me.
night.
Little taller, shorter hair, little buzz cut thing on the side. Very cute. Like me.
You know, I am sure I almost saw someone who looked like that heading towards the tavern just a few hours ago.
Would you mind if I checked?
The tavern, by all means.
No, to see if my friend is down there.
No, I am afraid I cannot let anyone pass.
Why?
I am paid to watch the wine cellar. I cannot let anyone in. It is my job, you see.
Oh, we both know. We both know that there's more than wine downstairs. I mean, of course, like I said, the lady of the house told us to come here. Come on. And couldn't she actually try to persuade?
Yeah, okay, yeah, you can try and persuade, yeah.
Can I help her?
How would you help?
Puppy dog eyes.
Yeah.
That will not create a too many cook situation. Yes, you can help. It will give an advantage on the roll.
Yes.
Oh,
Here we go.
21. Okay.
This is what I do.
On 21, he takes pause. Give me a moment to confer with my associate.
Of course.
If you'll just give us a moment.
And she'll step back and she'll whisper to the other two. She's like, if this doesn't work, we may have to, like, use a little bit more force.
This doesn't work. I'm seriously gonna have to reconsider how cute I think I might be.
Bob doesn't catch on until you all step back. He's like, oh, and he turns around and takes the bats with him and just waits. But he keeps staring at the people at the same time.
They have a rushed conversation. Whilst you guys are standing and having your brief discussion, which we will get to, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Ken. You do see a raven that moves the latch on one of the top windows and makes its way into the house.
Who sees that, sorry?
Anyone with a passive perception higher than 10.
Oh. I think that's me.
Me too.
Where's my phone?
I'm fairly sure all of your passives are higher than 10. I think I've had this this book since the first episode.
And
So I make
Bob
comment notes.
will see this and just go, oh, and start walking around the other side of the house.
And I think Talia would try and stop Bob because she knows that there's people in the shadows on the other side of the house.
What?
Well, how about before we go wandering off, you might want to put the bats away. It's kind of late. They're a little clanky. We could just put them in the backpack so they don't get broken again.
That's how they got broken last time.
Well, they're also very loud, and we may not want to be loud at midnight.
Fine. And you sort of
We can take them out back later.
One by one and put them in, like, so delicately, putting them into, like, his satchel. But, okay. Well, I'm going to go in through the window. And he's going to start trying to scale the house.
Oh.
Can Talia at least, like, suggest that he do it quietly?
Oh, he's trying to do it quietly. Like, he's in tabaxi form right now, just trying to be as stealthy as he can.
Sometimes I worry about that, Bob.
I worry about a lot of people all the time, sorry.
I don't envy your position.
But Bob is literally just gonna scramble up the side of this house as stealthily as he can. Do I need to roll anything for that?
I would like you to roll a stealth roll. Did you also want to keep an eye out for the other people hiding in the shadows?
Yeah, they're looking around for everything.
Okay, so give me a perception roll. Hopefully you'll be able to see these people in the shadows the same as Talia did earlier. I looked at my notes, Alex, as I record it from the session 0. Am I right in thinking you've got a passive perception of 9?
Yeah, I just thought I have like a -1 in wisdom.
I wrote a perception of 5.
Cute, but not wise.
You rolled a perception
cute,
of 5.
Wise.
So,
But I'm kind of smart. I'm just not wise. I haven't experienced enough shit to be wise.
You're still young. You'll understand it when you're older. It's okay.
Exactly.
As a member of the party, you're fine.
As I level up, so will my wisdom. It'll be fine.
Actually, how old is Sophie and Suri? Out of interest.
Oh God.
I think
I'm starting
very.
to think they are younger than Bob.
Well, I know that.
Bob's
I
like
think
17, 18.
Oh.
He's just
No, I'd say they're kind of around there too. At least in my head. I don't know about you, Madame.
Yeah, I saw like 15 to 17, like kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
oh
these
god,
two.
it's a bunch of kids running around.
Oh God.
Oh, we're the Scooby Gang.
oh boy.
Way.
And I was
Ooh.
Oh,
and I was
God,
describing those cultists as green-fingered and milk-eyed. Blimey.
Yeah, I mean, like, Talia's like a young woman for an elf, so she's probably like 50.
Oh boy. Now this makes the whole Strahd thing it makes so much more sense. The Days Crush thing.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Bob, roll me a stealth roll. Whilst Bob rolls the stealth roll, the person turns back around and says,
14.
okay, listen, I will get you enough of an entrance that you can speak to someone on the inside. They have more sway than I do, and they can make the decision. Is that okay? Suri and Talia, that's fine. So Suri, he'll address you and Talia. If Talia's silent for a moment, you could always answer.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, okay, we'll go. Is this safe? Are we gonna be safe?
Do you know exactly what you are walking into here? Your friends sound very confident. They were saying they had meetings and that they know what was behind this door.
Yeah, see, I don't trust business people. You know, I never know what they're trying to get me to do. I have been swindled by many door-to-door salesmen.
I am not a businessman. I am a doorkeeper, a door watcher. I watch the door. That's my job.
So you don't go door to door, you just watch this one door.
I just watch this door. Although my cousin is a door salesman. He sells doors door to door. That's a pretty tough job. Especially in
but
Barovia.
Yours is pretty easily, arguably, huh?
Well, yeah, I just stand in front of the door and everything is fine. Until people...
How much do they pay you for this? That sounds like a pretty sweet deal.
I get a
Like
copper
what?
an hour, you know.
That's not too shabby. Not too... looking at how much interactivity you get with the store, do they pay you enough?
I mean, really, it's only 4 hours a night. I tend to be able to, you know... it gives me enough to have a few beers at the weekend. Maybe, you know, spend some money at the tavern. Nice cider,
Right.
and, you know.
Chicken? Any chicken? Are you able to afford
No, I
chicken?
don't do chicken, no. I mostly enjoy wine. It helps drown out the pain.
Ah, I feel you there, but
She'll give a little like.
Because even old Barovians are edgelords. But no, a moment ago, Talia, he said before Siri started distracting him away, he did say that he would get you as far, he'd unlock the door and let you talk to someone on the inside.
What is Bob still trying to climb the wall?
We'll get to that.
It's okay.
Fall right in front of him.
I think Talia would just be like, okay, open. Let's work our way through.
So as he goes to unlock the door, on a 14, Bob, that's not a very good roll for you actually, and it did not beat the DC of this check.
+7.
Unfortunately, it's not really a 14 because with a 5 perception, you have disadvantage as you started doing this about 2 feet away from another guard. And as you start to climb, they grip hold of your trouser leg and pull you down, and you just hear a single bell sound, and suddenly the person unlocking the door stiffens and turns.
Is this person ringing the bell?
Just once.
No, but is it the person who's grabbed me who is ringing the bell?
Grabs the bell, rings it once, and then drops it.
I would like to jump on this guy, try and knock him out, and hide him in a bush.
Hitman style.
Roll initiative. Let's do this. You versus just you for the moment.
23.
My God, things you don't expect to happen. Okay, you have the initiative.
I would like to. I don't want to shoot him or anything like that. I literally just want to try and knock this person out.
Okay, what do you have?
I have a rapier, a short bow, a long sword, a heavy crossbow, and a short sword. I'm kitted out.
Okay, so you could use one of your weapons and use a pommel strike.
Yeah, can I do that?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. I'm probably gonna take out the long sword.
Yeah, we'll bend the rules a little bit here, and we'll borrow from the fighter in that he'll make a Constitution save.
Yeah. Sorry, the rapier, that's his normal one. That'll be the one probably closest.
Okay.
22.
That's a solid hit. Make it an attack roll.
10.
Hell, doesn't matter. That's enough. That's enough damage to knock him out anyway. You did it non-lethally, correct? So.
Yeah. He's not trying to kill him or anything. He's he starts dragging him into bush. He's like, I'm so sorry. He's trying to
person
out with leaves.
The person unlocking the door, stops and turns. Stiff. He says, "Okay, I cannot undo the door. The bell has rung. There is an intruder."
Oh, I mean, it's clearly not us. We're standing right here.
We were welcomed in.
Yes. You will have to wait, though. Some more men will come from inside. They'll do a sweep and see if the house is secure. I cannot let you in.
Can we stay right here while you sort out what the situation is?
Yes, that's fine.
We will not move from this spot.
And you promise?
Suri's going to stick an arm behind her back, and behind her back will be
Promise.
Talia, do you have that pained expression on your face?
No, that's
all Kelly.
That's all me, because I can't promise that.
Can Bob, the process, take this guard's clothes, put them on, and change his features into this guard, please?
Yeah, make me a performance check just for how quickly you change. You've got it stuck on him. You can't get it off. You know, when
I'm trying to rip these.
It's like trying to get a baby grow off a toddler.
Yeah. I'm fighting to get this off, but I'm still changed. I've still changed into him, what he looks like, but I'm just wrestling.
Okay, that's fine. This is fine. So the person, if you are lying, which you are, Siri, could you please make me a deception check? Talia, if you don't say anything, this deception check will be made with disadvantage.
She can't say anything.
Fine. I would like to add my D6 to my roll, please.
Of course you can.
Yeah, just letting Suri make this promise is of questionable morality.
You could say she's promising on your behalf. Yeah.
It sure is. Okay. So that was that. That was that. That was that.
That doesn't sound promising.
Plus my. It's deception, yeah?
Deception, yes.
Well, that would take it up to a nice round 20. Very dirty 20.
That's 20. Did you use your d6?
Yes, I did.
And disadvantage on the roll as well.
Oh, disadvantage. Okay, hang on.
Yeah, Talia isn't backing you up.
That was the disadvantage one. Yep.
Brilliant. Perfect. So on the dirty 20, the guard looks into Suri's puppy dog eyes with the fingers crossed behind the back and is like, "You won't move. I'll just stay there." And he goes and unlocks the door to let the guards inside out. You see two of them come out. They have a hurried conversation without closing the door about you two. And then the two thugs make their way either side of the building.
Can I try again to get this guy's clothes off and on me?
The guy, one of the thugs coming around the building is about 5 feet from you. This will be a DC 16 performance check to somehow get his clothes off and change into him.
Oh god. Performance, yeah?
Performance.
Come on. What?
The dice sometimes tell the story, and in this case, they do not want you to be that guardsman.
Just 2 nat ones? But I still look like this.
I'll let you roll a stealth if you want to stay hidden.
I think he would he do? This is what would Alice do? What would Bob do?
WWBD.
Yeah, what would Bob do? I'll say stealth for now. Stealth. 15.
Okay, yeah. Now, with that, you have a choice. You can either hide or you can pretend to be this person. Which would
I'm
you
gonna
like to
pretend
do?
to be this person. I'm gonna not lean up against this thing, but just start walking up and down the perimeter.
And what is your state of dress?
He will be in Bob's clothes because I haven't managed to take anything else off.
And what is Bob's clothes? Just so we have a nice visual.
Trousers, boots, and a waistcoat.
Okay.
Because the shirt, I don't think he has it. I can't remember why, but he doesn't have it anymore.
Can Talia? Well, these two guards have wandered off. Oh, does she follow the? Hold on, never mind. I can't make a decision right now.
So let's go through again. Trousers, boots, and what was your shirt?
A waistcoat.
Just a waistcoat,
I
no
don't
shirt.
have a shirt anymore. No, I only have a waistcoat.
Okay, so your bare skin shows under the waistcoat as you walk towards this person.
He marches confidently.
As you march confidently, please make me a deception check as he says, "Hey, what's going on? You rang the bell."
On a 20. Oh, then I I slipped. I'm sorry. I know I do this often.
You slipped?
I slipped.
Are
I was trying to bat away one of those birds. It wouldn't leave me alone, and I accidentally knocked the bell. I tried to steady very quickly. You know those pigeon things?
Pigeons?
Yeah, those pigeon things. Barovian pigeons. Big pigeons.
Do you mean the ravens?
No, I don't mean the ravens. I mean the pigeons.
Well, the ravens scare off all the other birds. What are you talking about?
It got scared and it flew away into the bell and then kept on flying.
You've convinced he believes that it is you.
Just damn.
He believes that it is you. So now I would like you to make me another deception check for if he believes your tale.
Oh, he should. I'm a very good guard. Yes, on a 12. It was a big I may have been mistaken. It might not have been a pigeon. It could have been a jumping animal or something.
I do not think you are well.
No, I've got a bit of a headache, so maybe I hit the bell.
I think maybe we should take you inside and get you looked after and get another guard out here.
Oh, no. Yes, maybe you. Yes. No. Take me in. Yes.
That
Oh, my head.
this definitely needs another deception check. That was terrible.
Bob's not good at lying. Like,
Obviously.
8.
Bob is not good at lying. He's like,
I'm scared worse.
he is taking Bob inside, but he is suspicious as heck of Bob. And
Bob is suspicious of him.
now, I bet you are. I bet you are. As this is happening over here, what's happening with Siri and Talia?
Oh, okay, so
That's a very big question.
was this happening within view of them?
If you give it your
Or within
attention,
hearing?
if you give it your attention, yes. Otherwise, it's sort of one of them peripheral things. You're going to need to focus on it to really get the details.
Yeah, so Talia had thought about following the guard that went in the direction of Bob because she's worried.
Mhm.
So she would have been looking that way anyway.
You see Bob stand, looking different,
Bob.
looking very different. But I think Talia would recognize Bob's.
I think
clothes.
I recognize the waistcoat. I've had practice at this.
Bob's tail, like just sticking out.
Bob's tail.
My bobcat out.
Wait, he doesn't still have his tail now, does he? He didn't. Did he give her that?
No, he got rid of his tail.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, my stomach hurts so bad.
If Talia looks over and sees Bob, he's like just like
I respect Bob.
It would seem that Bob is going to be taken inside the house.
Can I tell, like, which way they're going?
Oh, what, Bob and this person? They're coming back to the
Yeah.
door where you are.
Oh, so are they coming back here? Okay. Then Talia would wait for them to come back, I guess.
He hustles Bob inside, and Bob, you are in like a small entranceway. There's like a door that goes down to another door. And he turns back to the others and goes, "There's something strange about that one. Maybe check the area where they were, just in case." I'm going to
Yes, I bumped my head. I sort of shouts back up.
I'm going to keep a close eye on them, he says before turning down towards Bob.
I think we should follow. We don't want to lose Bob.
Yeah, so who's here now?
Siri and Talia. Bob is in the entranceway.
But, like, that we were looking at?
So there's also the two other guards that you saw, Talia. You also know there are another two in the shadows somewhere around this house. You know where one was, at least. If they're still there or not would require another perception check. And there is a thug who made another thing. So there's 4 people outside.
And Bob is
3, 4.
inside. Okay. And Talia's gonna look at Suri and be like, we need to get in that door.
Agreed. Here, luckily I brought my handy toolkit.
She's like, well, we have to deal with the people first. Maybe take out something else.
Can
And
I?
Talia would, like, motion towards her weapon.
You're going to draw your weapon?
No, she's just like... Oh,
Looking around the room, because Bob did themselves up like one of the other guards, right? Is there anything else like that? Heck, maybe even just a really large vase.
A large vase? There could be a large vase by a window.
Okay.
Here's my plan. I will go in as this large vase. And when the coast is clear, I will summon you. Or, is there like a coat or something around here?
Is there a coat or something around there?
You can find a rag or blanket around that could be made to look like a coat.
Here!
Suri will toss this, like, coat, this large, like, blanket over Talia. Like,
Just lie down on the ground and crawl like this. Or would you like to be the vase?
aren't we, like, standing, like, outside in front of all these people?
I thought we were walking around inside.
No, Siri and Talia are still outside. Only Bob stood admitted.
Oh. Well, we'll knock on the door, they'll open it up, and they'll be like, how did this, like, vase get out here?
You Trojan horse.
I mean, you would have to, like, get in the window to get the vase, so you could use the window as a different entry point.
Okay, I think Talia's going to look at the guards and be like, well, it seems like you guys have had a lot of hustle and bustle happening tonight. We'll take your suggestion and come back in the morning. And she'll head off to the area where she's hoping there's one less bad guy because Bob knocked them out.
Okay. Yeah.
And can I roll a perception to see if there's anybody else over there?
Yeah, sure.
I have no idea.
On a 6, you can't see anyone at the moment. And also, as you were walking away, you're a little distracted because you hear the person turn to one of us and go, "See, actually, they were decent people, weren't they? Really?"
And Talia's gonna go try and motion to Suri and just act like they're walking off in the other direction around the house, basically, but head over to where she saw Bob and see if there's like a clear way into the building from there. Like, what was Bob doing over here?
He was trying to climb the house to get to a window.
Is there a closer, lower window?
Oh, there's plenty of windows, yeah.
So she would probably go up to the closest window and see if it was locked or not.
There is not a lock, but the window opens from the inside. An experienced thief might know how to get through this window.
Ah, there's an experienced thief when you need one.
I think experienced is a very strong word.
That's a big stretch.
Just hold me up, and I will do this.
Tyler, pick her up so she's got a good angle at the window. And I guess we have to be trying to do this stealthily still, though.
Sophie's gonna be dead by the time we all get in there.
Like 45 minutes later.
Sophie's just sitting down there like, so you guys play Scrabble? Like,
We'll get to Sophie in a minute. Teehee.
Ship.
Thank you for the raid, everyone. Welcome, Laugh Love Lindy, and your raiders. Welcome. So, Talia, I'd like a stealth roll from you. And Shuri, I would like a Thieves' Tools check from you.
Haha. Ba-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
So, just to double check, when it comes to like these tools, is that just like?
Let's see. So for a rogue, you have taken 4 expertise by now, right? At level 6.
Yes.
With your 4 expertise, you can choose to either upgrade your skill or you can upgrade your Thieves' Tools. A rogue would naturally have proficiency with Thieves' Tools. You could have chosen to have expertise with it, which would double your proficiency bonus.
I think I chose extra skill point things.
Okay, so then
Rather
you
than
would just add your proficiency bonus and dexterity.
Okay. Cool. Uh-huh. I make it 19.
A 19. With a 20 stealth and a 19 on the door, you are able to slide the latch clear and open the door. Quietly.
See? You had nothing to worry about.
However, there is someone approaching. They are close enough now for your passives to pick them up. You need to move quickly to get inside.
So I think Talia has Suri lifted up, so she would just hoist Suri through the window. So at least one of us was inside.
There
And then,
could still be time if you'd like to get in as well.
yeah, she will try. What should I do? Should I roll something for that?
Well, you make me an athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, athletics it is. 17!
On 17, you dive in through the open window. The window does hang open, though. Shuri, as you were tossed in, would you have tried to close the window after Talia?
Yes.
There would be a sleight of hand check.
Okay. That would come to a 16.
16 is good enough. The door closes, you bring your hand down just as the thug moves around the window again.
I think we made it.
You are now on the first floor. Talia, you've broken and entered into a building. Well done.
You're a hardened criminal.
This is emotionally challenging for her on a lot of levels.
She's doing well. I think entering into one of Strahd's cults is okay. You know?
It is to rescue her friends. And you know, so I think that wins.
So, Bob, you in front of this next door, they don't let you into the next door. In fact, one of them instead starts shining a torch in your eyes.
And he said,
You say you
What?
hurt your head.
yes, and
Now
you're
look at
not
the torch.
helping.
Look at the torch.
You're not helping it.
I want to see your pupils dilate.
Excuse me?
Your eyes.
There. Oh, okay. And he sort of tries to open them as wide as he can.
And he's shining the torch in your eyes. He's like, okay, say ah.
For what, with my eyes?
No, with your mouth. Say ah.
Oh, ah.
And he puts the edge of his dagger on your tongue to look down your throat like, ah.
He's like, okay, that's quite sharp. Could you maybe not do that?
You'll be okay. I don't even really know what this does, but you look healthy to me.
Well, I've got a headache.
What's your name?
Shouldn't you know that?
I'm
not
checking
going
to
to
see
be
if you can
fine.
remember your name. That's what you do when someone's hit their head. You ask them questions. What's your name?
No, normally you ask them how many fingers they've got up.
No. That's if someone can't see straight. This is for memory. You hit your head. Do you have your memories? What's your name?
I can't tell you that. What if you try to steal my identity?
You're worried about fraud in Valaki?
Yes. Aren't you?
No!
I knew someone once. Yes. Had his identity stolen, ruined his life.
What happened to him?
He lost his identity and someone else took his life, took his job, everything. I'm not willing to risk that.
Well, no, hang on a minute. That just doesn't make sense. How can someone just come and take his life and take his job? Maybe they do fraud and they steal some of his business, but that shouldn't end his life.
No, he didn't die, but what's the point in living when you're no longer yourself?
What, do you mean they managed to actually steal his identity so that he wasn't himself anymore?
He was, a twin.
He was a twin. What? His brother stole his identity?
His brother stole his identity. His brother had a rough time.
Well, then I'll be okay. I don't have any twins.
Blood and, you know.
Do you have any twins?
I may do. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? How can you not know if you don't have
He
twins?
didn't know until the last minute, and that was a real shock to him.
At this point, the door opens again, and the thug comes back and says, I found a body. Looks like him.
Oh my god, you found my twin!
And the other guy just says like,
Bob's like,
no.
You see? Oh no, he was trying to do it. Maybe he hit me on the head. It's happening again.
Again?
Like to that man, to my friend. You should probably check if you have a twin.
I'm not sure now, but I should check, yes.
You should.
Look, let's get you inside. Leave him in the dirt.
Yes, leave him in the dirt. Bob just... Because I've got on my head. And he's...
May you please, let's just pan across to Siri and Talia as you're on the first floor. How do you go about getting into the basement? I'll give you a moment to plan. I'm gonna go for a quick bio.
No, Sherry through a window.
Holy shit, what is happening?
Sophie's just down there like...
I really can't breathe.
Oh my god, it's happening again! Oh my god!
Oh no, a twin!
My greatest fear has come to life.
Worried about fraud in Barovia? You're not.
Damn.
Oh, my face hurts, man. Oh.
But boy, can you convince someone.
Me.
Well, I'm expecting Bob to start believing it, given that he also thinks he's drunk.
He's slowly getting the fear that he's got a twin.
Oh my god, wait, actually, could this mean that maybe Bob will start to believe that maybe it's not them that have, like,
The drinking
an alcoholism problem?
It's
It's the twin!
It's the twin! Seriously!
Oh no! We've ruined Bob's life.
He's thinking of a drinking problem and he's got a serious identity crisis.
And he doesn't have a leg. But at least the bats are back.
He's happy he's got his bats.
Are we all okay?
I think we, just recovered as you sat down.
Excellent. I've been known to have that effect. Talia and Siri, what are you getting up to in there?
I think the first thing Talia's gonna do is, take stock of the situation, look around, does she hear anything, what's the layout?
You are in the dining room. You can hear from one of the other rooms a cat mewing.
Do you think that's Bob?
I don't think so.
It's a
But
very
that's a good guess. that Sophie and Bob might be in pain too. And I don't think we want to get any closer to the cat. It might alert people.
You hear two cats fighting in the next room.
Oh, bugger me. They're really going at it, huh?
Okay, no. Okay, we're in... Do you remember? We've been in here before.
Right. Okay, so if
What do we remember?
There was...
We had dinner here, so we've actually been in this room before.
You have. You've been in this room. You remember she led you outside. At first, you said that you were going to go down with her and see the basement, and then you decided against it. But she started leading you to one of the back rooms.
Okay, so I think Talia would head in that direction, and she speaks. Sorry, remember when we were here for dinner? She said she was going to take us down to the basement, and that's when we left. But she started heading that way. So I think we should go. Yeah, I think that's where they must have taken Sophie and Bob. And she said a lot of creepy shit when we were here before, and I imagine that she would have taken them to the creepy shit place.
You're not kidding, sister.
And she'll follow Talia to the basement.
You hear a small bell behind you as you walk towards the basement.
Oh, crap.
Very small, more of a tinkle than a bell.
My bad.
Does it sound like the bell from outside?
No.
Is the cat behind us?
There is a cat behind you.
Is it actually a cat? Can I tell?
It kind of looks like a cat. It does definitely look like a cat. It's a cat as far as you can see. I mean, I don't know how you would determine if it is or is not a cat in this world of magic, but it's not a bell after all that you hear ringing. It's actually a small key around its collar. Talia, you notice this. Yuri, unfortunately, your passive isn't high enough to notice this. Talia, you notice there is a small key dangling against its name tag, and that's what's making the sound.
Oh!
Kitty, kitty, kitty.
It stops and sits and looks at you.
And Talia's gonna look at Sarah and be like, "You have any snacks? You always have snacks."
I do have snacks.
Do you, or did that jerk take all of them?
We did have a meal between now and then, so I'm assuming she restocked.
She only ate half of them. I listen.
We've had 2 chickens and like some full roast dinner, so you'll probably find a little chicken, a little bit of potato, all weirdly just thrown into a bag. Like, this is like the worst quality like doggy bag you could think of. It's got lint all over it. Because there's no business around
I
that.
hear roll 20 dinging.
I think not a thing to worry about.
Okay. And I think Talia would ask for, sorry, offer the cat some of the chicken, see if it'll come over here.
The cat, as if you are noticing you are speaking about it, sort of turns and just turns and just shows you its bum, as cats are wont to do.
You are so salty that Hildy did that to you earlier.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am, Alice. And then pads away into the room where you heard the other cats fighting.
Oh,
Do you think that we need that key?
I think we might. It seems auspiciously placed. Like, who puts a key on their cat?
I don't even know.
Thought we were using that to lure the cat.
Sorry. I still got one bone left. It's fine.
I'm really hungry now.
I never finished my lunch.
I did the same thing over Christmas. There was a convenient tavern NPC eating a large piece of chicken. Whichever you go, do you go towards the back room or do you follow the mysterious key cat?
I think I'll go towards the back room. Suri managed to get that window open pretty easily, so Talia's crossing her fingers that if they run into things that need opening, and if not, they can always find the cats.
Well, as you head towards the back room, there are 2 doors. Sort of like this on each other, you know? One heads straight ahead, the other one goes to the side.
Can I, hold an ear up and see if I can hear anything in either one?
In one, sounds very empty. The other from below, you can hear some muffled speaking. Make me a perception check.
Okay. Both of us or just Talia?
Just Talia.
11.
You think you can make out Sophie's voice.
Oh.
It's hard to hear, though.
And I think she would very quietly and carefully try the doorknob and see if it will even open.
The door will open. It's even well oiled, and you can see stairs that lead down.
Can I see anything else besides the stairs? Is there anybody at the
stairs
bottom? Or...
go round in a round like this, so they're essentially they go forward about 4 feet until you hit the wall, just wide enough like a normal passageway sort of length, and then they go right angled down the stairs. You can see torches flickering below.
Can I try and can I think I would motion to Suri, I think I hear Sophie down here. But I think we need to be careful.
Okay. Okay.
And thus we go on.
I got the perfect idea.
Walk up. To the next scene.
Fade out gently. Yeah, okay. So, Sophie, you enter the room with thugs surrounding the room. They are surrounding a pentagram on the floor. In the center is a tall-backed chair with the Lady Wachter that you recognize from a few nights ago. And standing at each point, there is a... there are other people. People who seem important to this ritual, whatever ritual it is they are conducting. He says, hastily moving to the cult headquarters. Yes. Yeah, at each point of the pentagram rests a wooden chair. Seated in 4 of the 5 chairs are men and women in black robes with hoods. A young man who has a face of an angel, a balding hulk of a man, a squat middle-aged woman, and a taller, younger woman with an unsettling glare. They each rise to confront you. The 5th chair is not empty. In it sits a man with a sack on his head.
Good afternoon, everybody. Or evening.
You have come at last to join the book club.
Yep, indeed. I'm here for the club.
You informed the barkeep that you had a wish to serve Strahd without your friends knowing.
Yep, they're not entirely on the whole Strahd boat like all of us are, Big old fanboys and girls, and here aren't we, everybody? And she kind of finger guns at all the people around the pentagram, Strahd, right? You and yeah.
They sort of, they don't say much in response. One of them maybe nods at you.
Yeah, see, he knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay. No, but definitely the don't. I'm not entirely sure my friends are in on it yet. We're working on it. It's a work in progress to get them to, change their ways, see the future and the world for what it really is, which is a place where Strahd's just a swell guy. Little acid reflux.
He's not a swell guy. He is the land.
And the land is swell.
The land is not plentiful.
Well, that's because so many people aren't if more people just liked Strahd, I'm sure that the universe and the land would know that, and it would feel all of the good swell vibes, and then it would be better.
People around the room begin chanting, much like you can hear now, like a chorus of voices.
What?
It is of no matter. We are ready to accept your initiation. We have the mark that was assigned to you by Strahd. She gestures to the chair with the man with his bag on his head.
About the whole initiation thing. Can you give me just a little refresher on what it, before I do anything, can you give me a little refresher on what it is that I'd have to do?
You remember your directive from Strahd himself?
Well, yes, I do actually remember. It's to a T, but I'm curious as if to what he told me and what has been told to this fabulous group of lovely individuals is the same thing.
We have gathered Izek for you. Tonight is the night.
Oh, Izek's under there. Really? You got him. Really? That's funny that he's here right now. You didn't...
Lady Vochter stands, interrupting the two people talking to you. The question is, would you like to use your own dagger, or would you like to borrow one?
Actually, ma'am, there's been a little bit of change of plans. I don't know if you got the memo. Strahd doesn't send out letters, I just talked to him not too long ago, like in here. God, not even 5 minutes ago, maybe less. He wants this to be put off, at least for tonight. He says that Ismark isn't plump enough.
Izek, but yeah.
Izek, sorry, I keep saying Ismark. Izek isn't plump enough. He needs a final feast, because everybody knows that when you have good food in your body, you create a lot more blood. And what kind of sacrifice would it be if there wasn't like a whole lot of blood?
She sits back down, closes her eyes. I am in communion with Strahd right now.
No. She's gonna close her eyes and but kind of peek at the same time. No, he's talking to me right now.
Strahd has been known to visit our communion and gift us with signs when we are doing the right thing.
Really? That's funny that you say that, because right now he's kind of telling me that you're kind of being insubordinate right now, not really listening to what he's saying. So I'd calm down if I were you.
Can you make a persuasion check for me?
Yes, I can. So scared. Okay. Persuasion. It's a +5 to that. That's a 9 total.
So the people around the room, they sort of, they're looking at you like, Strahd, if you can hear me in this communion now, and believe that we should kill Izek on this hour, leave a token of your appreciation. There's a rustling. Something, the chandelier is disrupted, rustling. And on the ground drops 2 silver pieces. Ah. 2 silver pieces.
That's where I hid those! Oh my god! I was wondering, I needed 2 extra silver to buy my sister a toy, and they were up there the whole time. Oh, that's funny. And she's gonna walk up and scoop them up real quick.
I believe they are for the ferryman.
Nope, no, these,
One
these
for each eye.
One for each eye on my sister because she likes to hold coins up to her eyes and pretend that she's dead.
Who here believes in this child's connection with Strahd?
She's gonna raise her hand. Just
Around the room, people continue to sing, but don't respond.
He taught me how to fence. We had like champagne and stuff. It was pretty great. Yeah, I think I'm
Champagne and fencing with Strahd. Makes him sound like some petty lord who would take delight in such activities. No. Strahd has much bigger ventures in his mind. Who here would be convinced should she kill Izek? And the room slowly, one by one, not all at once, but they've raised their hands. Prove your fealty, Sophie. Prove it. And as she says this, a crow makes its way through the coal chute, flapping, and lands on the chair beside Izek. Its claws digging into his shoulder. It looks at you.
She's gonna point at herself. Is anyone else seeing the bird right now?
It is an omen. The raven is known. The bird of death. Black wings that carry the soul away.
See, I think in Barovia you guys have it a little mixed up because in the rest of the world, the omen bird is a pigeon. So, this isn't fitting the bill. It's not the right circumstances. Can't do it. No, the fates are saying not today. Not today. Stars, can't do it. Not today. So I mean it. I spoke to Strahd. I spoke to him. This can't happen. Not like this. Not here. Trust me. I was there in his castle many times.
I think at this point, Sophie, we are beginning to tire of your stories. Carrying your 9-4, I apologize. I believe you have two scenarios. You kill Izek and are welcome to be part of my little book club. Or you do not kill Izek and you do not get to be part of the book club. I'm afraid the exits are members only.
Just Googling the spell real quick. Is he tied up?
Izek, yes.
Where?
Hands behind back.
Just his hands?
Yeah.
Okay.
He also seems to be unconscious.
Crap. All right. Never mind. So the staircase is still behind her, right?
the way out is behind you. Between you are a line of thugs.
Okay. And where is Lady Bach?
In the center of the pentagram.
Where is she? So is she near him? Isn't he in the center as well?
He's at the final point on the opposite side of the room.
All right. So she starts looking very kind of like just disgruntled and almost defeated. And she's gonna kind of raise her hands up. Okay. All right. I'll use mine, and she'll pull out her fancy dagger that she found.
Oh yeah,
really
the
nice
rat, the rat skull one. Yeah.
Yeah. She. Right. Just...
By all means. And Lady Wachter steps aside, giving you clear passage to Izek. Before you launch into whatever plan you are conducting, Sophie. Siri and Talia, what are you doing? You just catch the tail end where Sophie agrees to kill Izek, kind of. Both of you will hear this with the door open now.
I think Talia would try to like motion. First thing she do, she motioned to Suri and just be like, shh. And then motion around the corner and be like, can you see around the corner?
I'll take a look.
She'll peek around.
Suri, I believe you'll see as Sophie has taken her dagger and the Lady Wachter is moving to one side. It seems as though Sophie is about to commit murder. You also see the back door open. And Bob, you are pushed into the room along with the thug. We'll call him the potential twin thug.
Okay. Suri's gonna knock out the guy that Sophie's about to kill.
I'm pretty sure he's already passed out.
He's already passed out with a bag on his head.
Oh, then Sophie's gonna like go,
No!
Suri shouts no at the top of the stairs.
no.
No? Oh, that's a shame.
Oh gosh.
Can Talia insight check Sophie since she heard her?
Yes.
To see if she's up to her same bullshit or not?
Yes, indeed.
No!
It wouldn't seem like Sophie's up to much bullshit at the moment. Of course, Suri could also insight check as her sister.
Yeah, can I do that, please?
You know me. Come on.
This one is gonna define their sibling relationship.
Come on. This roll is everything. Come on.
Okay. Well, that gives me another dirty 20. I'm loving my new dice.
With another dirty 20, Sophie, what are the intentions? What tell might you have that only your sister would know?
Wait, so can Suri see Sophie?
Yes.
Then she sees exactly what she did earlier, and Sophie has her fingers crossed, kind of sort of like behind her coat as she walks up with this dagger.
Siri, what do you do with this information?
Because Talia's behind you and doesn't know that Sophie's not about to kill somebody.
I wouldn't say the not killing thing. Oh, never mind.
Okay. With this information, I'm sure Suri and Sophie probably have some sort of code-esque call. Like a... something like...
Okay, bad bird noises is your call. Okay.
Yeah, like a bad bird noise.
That turkey sound from the Galentine scream.
And in that moment, Suri's gonna use her random bad bird call.
Okay.
And just be like,
And Tally's gonna be like, what are you doing? They're gonna know that we're here.
As more than just Sophie turns to look towards the call, Suri, could you make me a stealth roll?
yes, I can.
How have we survived this long?
I honestly am not sure.
I have
That
no
was
idea.
fantastic.
So I know she's there now.
You would have heard the bird noise, and you probably would be the only person who didn't look because you know it by sound.
So then, since I know where she is, can I message her?
Yes. Yes, we decided last time you can do it through solid objects and everything.
Especially if we know the person, and I know
Yes,
my-
I believe it was just
All
one
right.
sentence, wasn't it? Like 11 words or something
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah, so she's just gonna say, make sure you guys are ready. I'm swinging. That's what she's gonna say.
Oh god, can I use my reroll?
Yes, you can. You can use your reroll. Sophie, as you do this, a voice enters your own mind. It says, "We are ready to steel yourself." The crow is looking at you from the seat.
Went from a 9 to a 21.
Good use of reroll right there.
Return on investment. You, yeah, a guard even comes over and has a look, but on a 21, we'll say you've even managed to stuff Talia back and the door's closing. I must have been nothing, I guess. And sit down. I used to be an adventurer like you.
I'm gonna turn around to Talia though and be like,
She says to get ready.
and at this point, Suri's gonna get like her daggers out and sneak to like, the nearest like pillar hiding vantage point.
Okay. Yeah, we'll carry
And
forward your stealth. Talia?
And seeing this, Talia doesn't have the best trust relationship with Sophie, but so far Suri hasn't done anything crazy. So she's gonna trust Suri to know her sister.
Okay.
And Talia will take out her weapon as well, but she's gonna unsheath her normal weapon, not the sword that emits light.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. Bob, you are currently under the guise of being a guard, and you've just entered the door. You can see Sophie drawing a dagger, saying, okay, I'll do it. That's my best Sophie impression, everyone. Thank you.
Oscar worthy.
Does she see me? Like, does she see what I'm wearing?
Her back is to you.
Okay. So Bob will actually probably stay quite quiet and looking at this soldier he's effectively stolen the identity from, and look at the guy whose name is like him. See? What did I tell you? Twin.
Twin. This is unheard of.
Well, it's happened twice now.
Still, I'm shaken from this. So, what is your plan, Sophie? As the turn comes back to you.
So she's gonna walk up to the sacrifice. Dagger in hand. And she's doing so very slowly. Counting her steps, counting her breath. She's gonna get right up to him. And she kind of like gets up on her tippy toes and puts a hand like on his shoulder and puts the dagger to his throat. And then, as quickly as she can, she's gonna spin on her heel and throw it at the lady of the house and aim for her neck, if possible.
Please make me a surprise attack roll.
What do I do with that one then? Is that
Just
like,
a regular attack roll.
a regular attack
But if
roll?
you happen to have the assassin, then
With
maybe...
Yeah.
So you get advantage on the
Oh
roll.
no, I don't.
Oh,
yeah.
Are you an assassin?
No, I'm not an assassin. No.
Oh, okay.
We're arcane tricksters. Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
of course you are.
I rolled an 18 with the +6 on my dagger attacks.
That will hit. That will definitely hit. Please roll for damage.
All right. And Bob is in there. Do I get sneak attack damage?
Bob is not within 5 feet of Lady Vaca.
Dang. All right. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, that's a d4. Why'd I roll a d6? My bad. 4! So 1d4 plus 4, 8 damage.
8 damage. That is a significant amount of damage to an unarmored NPC. She takes the dagger not quite in her throat, but high in her shoulder, and immediately like, and goes down.
So when she spins around, she goes, "Guys, go!" And she's gonna scream.
Well, I think the second Talia hears the from the woman, she's gonna barge in.
Can everyone please roll me initiative?
Oh god.
Alrighty.
Holy sh. No.
I got a crit fail.
Oh no.
I got a 1.
Screw your book club, lady.
Okay, so in order, it would seem Bob has the initiative.
Yeah, Bob, if he sees them all spring into action, his immediate reaction is to leave the position he's in and pull out his rapier and attack the first one that goes for any of these three.
What was your initiative, please, Siri?
Oh, 1.
Oh. Last. Got it.
You're gonna try convince them again.
Okay, so...
I really like how this initiative kind of worked out like how we strategized almost. It makes sense.
Can mine be a sneak attack type or advantage or whatever because of
Yes, it can.
what I am?
You are... Oh, hang on a minute. Sophie, you do get sneak attack because you had advantage on the roll.
Yay! So do I roll another? Okay, but my sneak attack is 2d6. So do I get to add?
You just had 2d6, yes.
That was a 2. That sucks. That was a 3. So an extra 5 damage.
Noted.
Sweet.
Bob, you will indeed be able to have a sneak attack on someone.
Yes, and Bob will sort of no.
Bob will sort of no.
Bob will pull out his heavy crossbow. God knows where he was hiding it. But he fires 16?
Who are you aiming at?
Whichever one is going for one of these three.
Pretty much everyone is, so you can go for someone close to you or someone distant.
One
Or one of the
probably-
posh people who haven't yet risen from their chairs. They're a bit shocked at all the blood.
No, probably the one that is launching himself towards them first, so
Okay,
furthest away from Bob.
of course. The 16 will hit.
And 10 piercing damage.
Oh, 1 shot, 1 kill.
Just take it out.
You have sneak attack damage as well, so yeah, 1 shot, 1 kill.
What is the sneak attack damage? I can't remember.
2d6. No, probably even higher. Level 6, 3d6. Is that
Yeah, but I
right?
don't need to roll it. I kind of want to see it.
Roll it.
Yeah, +9.
Yeah, it's a bloody mess. His blood came straight through.
Okay, so now it's Talia's turn, I believe.
It is.
And this is the first time Talia's actually getting to see the room. What is the setup from where she's at?
So you will see Sophie walk over. This perilous moment when Sophie holds this blade to this person's throat, and as she turns and throws the blade, perhaps even leaving a slight mark on his neck, maybe. She turns and throws the blade. It hits this woman. What you can also see from your perspective is the raven begins to fly.
And I think I think the first thing she's going to do is I'm actually going to use a bonus action to cast Sanctuary on Sophie.
Nice. Okay. And what is your spell save? What was your DC? Sorry, spell DC.
15.
15. Okay.
Because Sophie's in the middle of everything. And then I think Talia would she'd probably go after the Voctor because she knows she's a crappy person.
Oh, well, Vakta fell in the center of all these people.
Like she's down?
She hasn't got back up yet. In your turn, it's probably only been about 2 seconds.
Is there anyone else in the room? Is there anyone else in the room who looks like not a local civilian?
Possibly some of the seated people.
I think Talia would actually just go and stand menacing, like would move to get as close to Sophie as she could, basically.
You can do that. It is a small dungeon. You can move amongst them. They aren't expecting you to be there, so I'll even let you, if you could run, barrel into the center to be with Sophie.
Yeah. I think I would do that, and then can I just hold my action?
Of course. You can hold your action. What are you waiting for? To be attacked or for someone to attack someone else? Or something else together?
For somebody to attack one of the squad.
Okay.
Like one of the 4 of us.
I'll say just you and Sophie, because...
Okay, that's fine.
Unless you have any throwing weapons.
I don't.
Okay. Or a bow?
I do, but I don't have it out, so it wouldn't make sense to use it.
Okay, cool. Excellent. Next, a guard, funnily enough, Talia, lunges forward to attack Sophie. Not sure of your allegiance yet. He produces a small knife, he says, making quick amendments to this character sheet. Does an 11 hit you, Sophie? Oh, wait, hang on a minute. Wait. First of all, he does not attack. He goes to attack, and he cannot. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. So they divert their attack towards Talia. Talia, does an 11 hit you?
No.
So the blow, you can see as he tries to stab Sophie, but just can't do it, and diverts his attack to you, but it just hits the chainmail. This is an attack on you. If you'd like to proc your action, you can now, or you can wait for another person.
I would like to do it now.
Okay.
And she's gonna swing at him with her. Nat 27.
That hits, funnily enough. Are you by any chance doing this non-violently?
Yeah, I think I would do non-lethal damage, which is probably good because I just rolled literally as much damage as I could possibly do.
Yeah.
Almost
I will
as much
tell you
damage.
now, if this person was a player character, this attack would outright kill them. Since you rolled a nat 20, you have complete control over this. You can make this so that it is non-lethal. Be that whether it is a stab to a non-lethal part of the body that will put someone out of the fight, or whether you decide to use the pommel and knock them out, it is up to you. But they will not die from this attack.
I think she would knock them out. She wants them to not. Doesn't want them to have like a choice of waking back up anytime soon and being a problem.
Fantastic. You knock this person to the ground. Another guard rushes forward to attack Sophie again. He does succeed on his wisdom save and goes to stab. Does a 15 hit you, Sophie?
Just. Yep.
Oh, I've already done that. Oops. Please take 2 piercing damage as his blade finds its way between your armor and just nicks at you.
Okay.
The were-raven takes flight. As it does, you see one of its wings fold over and start drawing a sword as it swirls in the air, becoming a man. Lands on 2 feet, turning on his heel, and is going to attack the person who just attacked you, Sophie. That hits. He attacks again. Killing the person without mercy. And stands at your other shoulder, so you are flanked with Talia on one shoulder and this extra person on the shoulder next to you. Notably, he wears dark clothes. He has feathers adorning his cloak, most of which are black or blue, and has skulls hanging from various parts of his body. He looks a bit like perhaps a shaman or something like that from maybe Doom or something like that. Or Diablo. Guards attack. This one is going to attack Bob, who just shot his friend. Does an 11 hit you, Bob?
No, it does not.
Okay, there's another guard. They're also going to attack Bob. That's going to hit you, isn't it, Bob?
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Please take 6 piercing damage as he stabs into your thigh.
My one leg.
Siri, you haven't made yourself visible yet at all. And it is not yet your turn. Holding up the bottom of the initiative order. Thank you for that. Another one is going to attack Talia. Does 17 hit you, Talia? Please take 3 piercing damage. Another one is going to try and attack Sophie. Sophie has Sanctuary cast upon her. He cannot do it. Instead, he diverts his attack towards this mysterious shapeshifter.
I think that hits. Hang on.
No, the shapeshifter, not you. The mysterious shapeshifter.
I mean...
He does hit the shapeshifter, dealing some damage.
The The mysterious shapeshifter, not the suspicious shapeshifter.
Yeah, it's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, not the potential twin shapeshifter. Siri, it is your turn.
Okay, so how far away is Sophie from me?
Within 30 feet.
Would Sophie have managed to tell me with her little like mind thingy by this point what the plan is really, and like, or whether I should just be like just stabbing fools like?
Why do you have knives at your desk?
The chicken from earlier. Come on, keep up.
Really?
Why two?
Because of rogues.
I have like one knife in my office, but it's like over there.
I must admit, I went to the bathroom specifically pick them up for the battle.
Why are they in the bathroom?
Well, there's like I'm actually like in a kitchen, and then there's a bathroom like right there. So yeah. So yeah, I'm just like,
All right, where am I going?
I mean, after she had like thrown her first dagger, she pretty much just like yelled like, "Get him!" So, take that as you will.
all right, then she's just gonna go for the nearest fool. The nearest fool.
Excellent. Well, there's guards all around. None of them are aware of you there. They have lunged in to attack Sophie, Siri, Bob, and this new mysterious raven.
Then I would like to wait until somebody gets nearby, and I'd just like to go like that in the foot.
Okay, please do make an attack roll.
Yes. Okay.
You may have an advantage as you are hidden.
Haha! Huzzah. Oh, bugger. Why is it as soon as we get to the fights is when I start to roll poorly?
Oh, well, thankfully someone gave you a re- Oh, no. Oh, someone clip that, please.
well, that would
I just want to
make
make
that-
a gif of that face there.
That would make that an 8.
Well, unfortunately, you do not make that stab. And this person sort of like at the last minute spots you and is just whoa, leg comes up trying to avoid you.
Damn.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on your go? Bonus action or anything like that? Birds are always free actions. At the end of the round, another bird flies in from the coal chute and one flies in from the open door that you left behind you at the top of the stairs.
Speaking of birds.
Both land on opposite sides of the room, and as they land, they swirl into men, drawing swords. Back to the top of the round.
Oh, that's
Did we do everyone? Did we do everyone? No, we haven't done Sophie. Did I miss you, Sophie? I did. I missed you, Sophie. You had your special attack, but I missed you. I'll squeeze you in next round.
Yeah.
Let's have you at the end of the round.
Okay. So, is this shaman man? He's standing next to her?
Yeah. Turned his back to you and put his shoulder against yours.
Like an ally would.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so there's what? Is there 3 guards and Lady Vakta left? Is there 4 of them?
Let's see. That one got killed. That one got killed. Well, knocked out. KO. I'll put a KO next to it. That one is up. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other guards in the room. One of which at least is attacking Bob. I think the rest are attacking you 3 in a cluster.
Cool. Sophie is going to cast sleep. So yeah, I've never done this one before.
This is one of my favorite spells. Who do you cast it on? Where do you cast it? How many people will it affect? Everyone in the room?
Yeah, so it says it's the 5d8, the total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect. So I guess just if you want, maybe it would make sense for like from closest to furthest away for like effect wise. I don't know.
That's not quite how the spell works.
That's not how it works?
It hits the person with the lowest HP first.
Oh, okay. All right.
And if there's enough HP after that, it'll hit the next person with the lowest HP, etc., etc.
Cool. So then, yeah.
Okay.
You get it. I don't then. All right. So I'll just 5d8. Please be good. That's a 3. That's not good. All right. I said good. That's not good. That's a 2. Why are you doing this to me? Oh, it's a 7. I'll take it. That's an 8. I'll take that one too. That's another 7. Hell yeah. That's a 1. All right. Ended not strong. 28 total.
28 total. 2 of the guards closest to you fall asleep. The cultists, they fall asleep. So too does the notes. So too does the young man with the face of an angel.
All right, cool. So 3 of them just fell asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Perfect. And I think that'll be it. Maybe she'll kind of look over her shoulder at this guy and be like, "Yeah, do you want to introduce yourself, or is now not a good time?"
Later, my friend.
All right, cool. Guys, I got 3 of them. Do your thing.
Bob.
What I've just been stabbed with, is it still in my leg? My good leg?
No, they would have pulled it out. Oh yeah, they always go for your legs, don't they?
As this guy has stabbed me in the leg and pulled it back out, I think Bob will scream in pain, like absolute, but also just pure annoyance that they've gone for a good leg, and will take out his rapier and stab them in the leg in almost exactly the same place.
Yeah, sure.
On a nat 1.
Oh. Describe it for us, Alice. What happens?
I don't even know. I think Bob is confused at this. He hurts so much that as he goes to do the same, he sort of realizes the one leg he has to put most of his weight on and stability probably just goes beneath him.
We won't say it makes you prone, but it throws off your shot as you falter, worried for your leg, and just maybe instead of doing a finesseful rapier stab, instead you do a crazy swipe.
Yeah.
And it doesn't quite come off. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Do I get a second attack? I can't remember.
If you are holding a dagger in your offhand, you may make an attack with an offhand weapon. You do not add your dexterity or strength to the damage.
I do not have an offhand weapon.
Okay. So then we go instead to Talia.
And I think Talia would just try and get these guards knocked out so they stop coming.
Yeah, there's
one
one more left with you. One over
Okay.
with Bob, and there are the 3 other people in the chairs who look like they may be getting ready to do something. Like the shock looks like it's wearing off.
I think she would. Okay, I think the first thing she would do is take a swing at the next closest guard. Probably doing non-lethal damage.
Okay.
16.
That will hit. And that will be a knockout.
And then she would. I can still talk, right? So I think she'd turn towards the people in the chairs and kind of threaten them, like knock the second guy out on a first hit, and then like threaten them and be like, "I don't think you want to do whatever you're doing," and see if she can convince them to kind of sit their asses back down.
Okay, please make me an intimidation roll.
14.
Okay, with that, the balding hulk of a man and the squat middle-aged woman, they sit down straight. However, the younger woman with the unsettling glare that was focused on Sophie when she came into the room is going to make a dash for the door. You will gain an opportunity attack. Both of you.
Talia would let her run, I think.
Sophie?
Sophie wouldn't let her run.
Yeah.
No. They're like knocking everybody out and putting them to sleep. No, she would not let her run if she could help it. So it's just an offhand attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh no, you can use your full attack. When someone runs away from you, you get an opportunity attack. You get the opportunity to attack as a reaction.
Okay. Sweet. All right. So yeah, she'll just attack with her dagger. Ooh, she threw her dagger. Does she have more than one?
I thought you did have more than one. I thought you had the rat skull one and you kept another one.
Yes, I do. Anyway, yes, I have. All right. So she'll quickly pull out her other dagger and do a little slashy slash with that.
A little slashy slash.
Little slashy slash. 19 hit.
19 will hit.
Cool.
Is this non-lethal?
Yes. She's following her good Talia mom's example. She's not killing anyone. Is this sneak attack? Because she's got her shaman friend and Talia right next to her.
Yes, and they're within 5 feet, so yes, you would get a sneak attack as well.
All right, so the 1d4, that's a 1. So 5 damage for the normal, and then with a 2d6, that's a 6, and that's a 3.
How does this look as she flumps to the ground?
Gosh. So was she running past?
Yeah, she took off from her seat and tried to run past you all.
I think Sophie would have used maybe the seat as leverage to jump up into the air, land on this woman's back, take the butt of her dagger, and just slam it into her temple to knock her out.
Yeah, and she goes down like a sack of potatoes. Knocked out, dead. Were-Raven's turn. The Were-Ravens... They hesitate because they don't want to make a bad impression. You can see two of them, the two that have just flown in, move to go next to the people in the chairs, but they just simply put their hands on their shoulders with knives out ready, but they do not make an attack. The first Were-Raven, who slashed with a sword and came in with you, dives across the room. His movement is strange. It is, at first he sort of like does a two-legged hop, and then for a moment he has wings as he flies across the room and crashes into the person attacking Bob. Give me a second, roll 20. He hits once. His second attack does not hit. But he deals a large amount of damage to this person as he slashes quite mercilessly. He's not playing for, you know, he's not playing safe. Knocked out Sophie.
Okay,
Three people in seats. No, wait. 2 people in seats are conscious. 1 is unconscious, asleep. Everyone around the room is either knocked out or asleep, except for the one guard attacking Bob. Excuse me, Bob.
would Sophie have seen this guard stab Bob in the leg?
I think that's reasonable.
She's gonna shoot an arrow at his thigh. She's gonna shoot an arrow. She wants to cripple him. All right. So she's gonna pull out her short bow, right? So is it the hand crossbow?
Hand crossbow, yeah.
Yeah. All right. That probably doesn't hit at all. 13.
13 will hit this guard.
What? Okay. I'm surprised.
They aren't wearing armor, they're just wearing like robes.
Fair enough. Alright, so it's just a 1d6 plus 4. Okay. Oh my god. Don't mind me, I'm literally just throwing my dice. Where'd it go? Alright. Oh, ouch. That's a 1. Okay. So 5 damage?
Well, as the were-raven has come along and slashed him wide, your bolt will rip into his legs, taking his feet from under him, and he falls to the ground. Is this non-lethal? I guess it is, because you hit him in the thigh, so yeah, he hits the ground hard, and does not
I hit him where he hit my friend.
Does not move to get back up. Combat is over. Well, current combat is over.
That was suspicious.
Who,
Bob
me?
is sat on the floor looking at his leg, just like really stressed out. Not necessarily in pain, but annoyed. Still in this weird human form.
That's what I was about to ask. Well, and I think Talia would immediately turn to this bossy were-raven man. And, you know, who the frick are you?
I am sure you will have many questions. We see that you oppose Strahd here, yes?
She nods.
So do we. We do the right when we can. We are a society of were-ravens. A kindness, if you will, of were-ravens.
So that whole bird flying thing, you do that often?
I can change into a raven at will. Especially at night.
Ah.
So can anybody learn that, or is it like a genetic thing?
Is it like a specialty you thing, or can we all do this?
Just let me transform back into a rare raven and peck your throat out, and in the morning you'll be able to turn into a were-raven at your wish.
Wait, what?
That don't sound very alive, with that plan.
It is similar to the werewolf curse. We try to make light of our curse. We try to do good with it.
Yeah, we've kind of been down that road. I don't really know if we want to go down it again.
Okay.
Did Sophie get her dagger out of the woman's shoulder, by the way? The one that she threw? Her rat skull dagger? Her special?
Yes, you may. Lady
And
Vacta.
can Talia go with her? I think Talia was going to go see if she's actually dead, because she just saw her fall.
The Lady Vacta is not dead, but she is dying as she is bleeding out from this wound.
Oh no. Sophie just yanks it out. Oh no. Oh yeah, I really got you, didn't I? That was a good shot. I shouldn't be gloating about that.
And I think Talia kind of gets down on the floor with her, and he like kneels next to her.
Wait, what are you doing?
Just don't worry about it.
Don't feel her, she's crazy.
But we have her here, we should see if we can get some answers first.
Okay, then maybe kill her afterwards, because if anyone deserves to die here aside from Strahd, it's this crazy bitch.
And I think Talia would just ask her, like, just say, like, I think now, If there was ever a time, it's a time for truths.
She spits towards you, blood coming from her mouth. Less of a spit and more of just like a feeble...
And Sophie stand menacingly behind Talia with the dagger that still has this woman's blood on it.
Kill me if you will.
And I think Talia would just say, like, you're threatening to kill people and working on behalf of Strahd. If I can't find a reason to redeem you. And then she just stands up and walks away.
I think Sophie's gonna look at Talia and kind of be like, am I doing this?
Talia's back is to you.
Bob will hobble over. He looks a bit disgruntled. He's like, what are we asking this person? What do we want?
Nothing.
We don't want anything from them.
They are a cult devoted to Strahd. It has been some time since we have had the courage to take them on. This will change all of Valaki.
Wait. So you're saying if she dies, that's one less thing that Strahd has?
I have not ever believed that she has a direct link with Strahd as she claims, but...
Is it one less thing? Come on, man, just give me this.
I guess... It will definitely tip the balance. Valaki will change.
As soon as you said that, Sophie flips the dagger in her hand and just right
as
into the
you raise your hand back.
Oh no.
A small creature attaches yourself to your wrist, biting you.
What the?
As the imp that was floating around the ceiling making the coins appear dives on you, trying to protect its master.
If Bob sees this, he sort of looks at the imp. He's like, "Get off her."
The imp is.
So Bob will, if this thing doesn't listen, he's gonna walk over to its master. And where was she hit by the dagger? Was it in the shoulder? And she's laying down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob's gonna stand on her shoulder.
The woman sort of like. And the beast instead tries to attack you, Bob. It's. I'll tell you now. It's got an intelligence of like 8.
Yeah, like, can Bob try and just swipe at it and catch it?
Yeah, make me an athletics or dexterity. No, athletics check for a grapple.
Sorry, hang on. Athletics check or sleight of hand? Sorry, I missed that.
Athletics check.
Okay. A 24.
Oof, that's going to be difficult. You catch the creature. It cannot bite you.
And he grabs it and he looks down at the woman and he's like, "Don't." And just shakes his head.
The creature is mad. Fit of rage.
In the bag you go. And like he just like takes one of his like sacks and just ties it up really tight.
The sack with the revenant head?
Oh, you'll love it in there. Like...
Isn't the revenant's head still alive?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're just gonna be in there having a battle of the ages.
You can see the thing moving around. At first it seems angry and then it seems really, really angry as it's like...
Right. Do we need to get anything else out of her? Sophie, is your hand okay?
She's just holding her wrist and just has the dagger ready to just plunge it into this woman's throat. Fine, for now.
So, she is no good to Strahd. She's useless. She's not got a direct connection to him or anything.
It's a fangirl, that's for sure.
I hate fangirls. And he
Rallies all
steps
these
off the
crazy-
shoulder.
Mm.
And he walks over to Talia just to make sure she's okay. Not necessarily saying anything, he just stands there and waits. It's almost like he's reverted back to before they came to Barovia. And he actually shifts back into one of his elven forms and stands to attention again.
And Talia has gone up to the other people in the chairs, who were clearly afraid of her threatening them earlier.
Yeah. The were-raven woman standing over the first person you approach, looks you in the eye and looks at the dagger and says, "She's a Strahd cultist."
I need to know that they chose to start killing innocent people of their own will and not of that woman's. And she gestures to Lady Voctor on the floor.
The way they are willing to take lives in the name of Strahd. She looks to Sophie. You know what... Sophie's still hovering with the blade. You know what the initiation is.
You're not saying this is gonna count, right?
No. I'm saying what they were doing was some sick initiation. What we are doing is culling. Culling a sickness.
You've got a point, Talia.
And I think And I think Talia just, nods at the two were-ravens standing by these people.
They give you a moment to turn your back if you wish to.
She does.
They don't stab or anything, it's very neat, just a simple slice, a gurgle, and then a pool of blood for any that are watching.
And as Talia turns her back, she sheathes her weapon, and if anyone's looking, you can see that she looks defeated.
Sophie, as you hover with this dagger, you can see Lady Voctor's lips moving. Very softly, I'll lean right. Magic mirror on the wall. Summon forth your shade. Night's dark vengeance. Heed my call. And wield your murderous blade. Magic mirror on the wall.
Shut up! She's just gonna interrupt her. Shove it into her throat.
And that is Lady Voctor's last words. We will clean up the rest of them here, the ones you put unconscious. If you wish, you may return to your inn for the night. We have been watching you. The innkeeper will be different in the morning.
We have an appointment in the morning.
Oh,
An appointment.
of course.
So I think it might be best if you explain yourself now. What your intentions are.
We do our best to look out for the people. But we protect our society very closely. The rest of my kindness above ground are still in raven form. We can hide amongst the ravens as easily as we can do anything, really.
But will you continue to stand with us as we go against Strahd?
I would rather not leave my home and my wife. But if you need us, we were once rallied before against Strahd by a wizard only a year ago.
Then you of anyone should know how we can. Well, we will take help where we can get it.
You will need it. You will need it. Is that your appointment in the morning? Are you to head to Strahd?
Hopefully not. We're looking for something to help defeat him, but we might run into him.
You head to his castle.
Yes.
It will take 2 days at least to get to Strahd's castle from here. I can fly. My people can fly. As the crow flies, we can get there much faster. On the 4th day, we will gather on the roofs of the castle and await your signal, whatever it is. Make it obvious.
Okay.
Good luck. Be careful of the wizard. And with that he turns, and as he turns, his cloak sort of swirls around him, and he flies out. But the other two stay, brandishing their knives. Well, drawing their knives, brandishing their knives, wiping the blood off, getting ready to head over to the next people. They intend to slaughter these people.
And Talia just looks at everyone else in the room.
Bob stands waiting to be told what to do like he normally does.
On the stairs you hear the jingle of a small bell. Except it's not a bell. It's a kitty. With a key.
Oh look, it's a little kitty cat. And Bob can't help but crouch down.
Do you try to approach the kitty?
He will, he can't help it.
As you go close to it, it turns away and starts running back up the stairs into the house.
Follow that cat.
Oh, okay. And Bob literally takes it and goes.
When the cat realizes it's being chased, it accelerates dramatically.
He's like, no, I don't want to scare you. I want to pat you.
When you slow down, it stops at the top of the stairs and is looking. It's looking around the door at you.
And he sort of gets all the way down and just holds out a hand and starts flicking his fingers at it. Yeah, that's just freaking me out as a person, not.
My speciality.
What was it hissing or?
No, it's just trying to bite you. But
Oh.
not bite, but just
Yeah, he's like, no.
Make me an animal handling check, Bob.
Look, what happened to my cat? I gave it to Talia at one point. I got a 10.
On a 10, it does try to bite you, but you can grab it if you like to. But it's not happy about it. It's sort of digging its claws into your arm.
He doesn't want to grab it. He doesn't want to get hold of it. He goes to sit next to it.
It sits next to you for a little while. What are the rest of you doing?
I am one of you. I definitely chased after Bob and the cat.
I think Sophie kind of watched these cult members finish these other people off as she took her dagger out of Lady Vakta's throat and wiped it off on her clothes. Just kind of stood to the side and watched.
Yeah, they nod at you in respect. It needed to be done. It did. It needed to be done.
Yeah, you know. Gotta cut out the sickness where you can, I get it.
It's the best way to think about it. A sick tree will take out the whole wood.
And I think Talia would have headed towards the stairs to follow Bob and Suri up, but not with any kind of speed. Kind of deliberately, I guess, following. But she would look back at Sophie and just say, like, the lady of the house is gone. She doesn't exactly need her things. And, like, gesture up the stairs.
Horrible, Talia. She kind of like...
We need every advantage we can get against Strahd. I don't see why taking something from a dead woman who did nothing but help him is that much of a problem.
Bob actually backs away from you at this point.
Yeah. Sophie's gonna give Bob a look, and then kind of look back at Talia. You okay?
She just kind of shrugs.
Bob can't help him. This is too weird for him. He just shakes his head and he backs up away. He steps away from Talia and moves to go back to where the cat is.
I think Sophie, you know, heeding Talia's advice, she'll take one last look at the bodies and the blood pools, and she'll kind of walk past Talia and like she'll go to like give her a little like pat on the arm, but she just kind of takes her hand back and go see what I can find, and she'll head upstairs and look for valuables and weapons and things like that.
Yeah, you may loot the house as you please. Most of it is Vakta memorabilia, so you would need to find a very good fence to sell it on. Things like paintings of family members, jewelry which is not discreet. But you can certainly take some items. You can have access.
She kept the jewelry for when she eventually left Barovia.
Okay.
If that ever happened.
Yeah, you can dunk some jewelry in your bag. Let's say you grab 3 necklaces worth, probably you could appraise them at 750 gold each, and a ring which would easily be worth 1,000 gold. The diamond is huge, perfectly cut.
And is the cat still with us?
Mm-hmm. There's only one door in the entire house that you can't open, Sophie. And that is the one that Bob and the cat are sitting next to. It's locked.
Bob will look at this cat. So is it got like a key on its collar?
Yes.
Yeah. He looks at it. Would I? No.
Yeah.
Like, well, no. I just wanted to. Okay. Well, how do you want to...
Let me try something.
Like, he sat there talking to it as if he's having a conversation.
Can I mage hand the key off of the cat's collar?
Ooh, I believe for an arcane trickster that's a sleight of hand test, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Cool. Sophie's just getting annoyed. She's like, Bob got stabbed in the leg. This cat's being kind of a butthole. Like, give Bob a break, you know?
I'm limping on both
cool.
legs now.
I rolled an 18. My sleight of hand is +8.
Yeah, you can just... And, like, a hand just appears and, like, just loops does a weird loopy thing, and it's like a magic trick. The key is just floating across to you.
Snatch it out of the air and go at the cat.
Bob looks at you sort of back and forth.
The cat hasn't noticed. The cat is still looking at you, but like, meow.
Yeah. In fact, actually, Bob probably wouldn't have noticed. He's too focused on this cat. He's just trying to sort of bat it back.
Can I get through here? Just, you like move it? You guys like move? Just go to the side.
Oh, yes, come on. He's like, come on, shuffle.
And the cat sort of like skips away back towards the library, which Sophie would have investigated. It's full of cats.
Oh god.
8 of them.
She like opened the library door and was like, no, and just closed it. But she'll unlock the door if the key fits.
The key does fit. And as you turn the key and open the door, there is a... This room looks like it was designed to be a closet, however there is not a closet inside. The room is empty, save for one large... well, frame, I guess, hanging on the wall, covered in a black velvet cloth.
Bob, are you seeing this?
And he looks up to the what? What? And he'll stand up and walk over to... What is that?
I don't know. That's why I asked you.
Oh. I don't know.
Okay. She'll approach the painting, but as she does, she'll like knock on the walls to the side to see if any of them like sound hollow.
The only one that sounds... well, 2 of them sound kind of hollow. One of them is an exterior wall.
Okay.
They didn't have double layer walls in Barovia.
Yeah.
And the other one leads to the lounge. The last wall, the one which the pool was mounted on, it feels like solid stone. It feels like it's onto a chimney stack or something like that.
Can she investigate that wall and the painting before she touches it?
Yes. What are you looking for?
Any kind of like, maybe there's like a tripwire, or maybe like right at the top of the frame there's like a small vial of poison where you pull the cloth off and it just falls on you or something. Maybe like some acid. I don't know.
You can make an investigation check for traps.
Yes. That's what I want. Where's my...
I imagine Siri would arrive right next to you, Siri.
Woo! 20 not natural.
20 not natural. On a 20 not natural, you can tell that this painting is in no way trapped. As you make your way around the room, checking everything, you can also tell that the keyhole was trapped. Had you had not used the key and tried to pick it, there would have been another poison trap on it.
She's gonna point at the keyhole and look at Suri and like tap her temple. Be like, poisoned again! Don't touch it!
Ah,
Hey, come here, help me pull this off.
okay.
And Suri will sneak forward and help her sister to the best of her ability.
I figure they could both just like grab one side of like the black like sheet thing and tug it down.
Mm-hmm. As you tug it,
Yeah.
it comes loose and the velvet falls to the floor in ripples, gathering on the ground. You reveal a slightly clouded mirror, which starts at about a halfling's neck level and continues up to about 6 foot in height.
Whoa.
It almost seems as though this misty mirror, it seems as though the mist is shifting.
Wait. That crazy old bat right before she was saying some weird stuff about a mirror. Like she was like chanting something. Oh,
Don't look
what did she
into it.
say?
This is Barovia. You don't know what it is.
no, I'm not. Well, I mean, it's right in front of my face. I kind of already looked at it.
And Bob just covers your eyes.
Okay, hey, Bob, come on. Okay, I'll look away.
Face the other way. You too, Shirley.
Oh,
Sophie's just gonna like put her hands like this, like on Suri's hands, and just like look at her sister instead, just like, this is stupid.
this is really stupid.
They don't let us do anything fun.
It's not. This
Right.
isn't fun. Like Bob is there, like trying to join in. Like this could be bad.
Invite Bob into the little circle.
Beneath the mirror, there is a small bundle as well.
Do you see that?
I don't know, I could poke it, and he just sort of gets like his wooden leg and starts to like poke it a little bit.
As you poke it, it sort of falls away. The clasp is kind of old. It's been opened and closed many times. As it unfurls, it reveals a string of white cloth. It's gathered though and stuff. That looks maybe tailored. Maybe it's a dress. Maybe a wedding dress.
What is that?
I think it's a pretty dress.
Ah, maybe like a baptism dress. Or like a funeral dress?
Funerals usually like black dresses.
I want everyone to wear white at mine. 'Cause I'm pure. I am pure and innocent soul.
Is that what you do at funerals? You wear dresses?
You wear dresses and you have a party. You play bingo.
Bingo? I've never played bingo.
Would anyone like to do anything with the mirror?
I'd like to
I
look
think-
into... Oh, Talia, you go.
I think Talia would have, your set's falling apart, Adam. I think Talia would have eventually wandered into this room when she realized that everyone was kind of standing around looking at this mirror, but I don't think she would have been there at first. And she's gonna cast Detect Magic.
Perfect. This gilded mirror radiates an aura of conjuration. You can tell using the spell that it hasn't been used in generations. You can't tell more unless you have an identify spell handy.
I do not. And she will share that with the group and see if anybody else has any way to learn anything else.
No, but I do have an idea. You know, because the woman. I mean, is the bad magic? Did you feel like it was bad, Talia? Or
I'll give it to you for free, Paladin. It did not feel inherently good or inherently evil.
It's, not bad, but it's not good either. It's just is.
It okay, not bad. I'll take that in Barovia. I sorry.
Yeah,
It's like he's killing me right now, Clarice.
I do wonder though if someone like a Voctor hasn't used it in
Okay.
God knows how long.
She said some weird like mumbo jumbo kind of stuff. And I mean, if you guys are cool with it, I don't want to do something. I've done the thing before where I did something without telling you guys I was gonna do it, and it didn't really work out so well. But I think maybe we should. I don't know. You guys want to try talking to it?
Always worth trying to communicate.
I don't
What
know.
do you want to say? Like hello?
Well, no, I mean, she said some weird chant thing. I think maybe I could try to replicate it or something.
Do you remember it, Sophie?
No, but could I roll for Sophie to remember it? Because Rachel doesn't?
Of course.
Very Snow White.
I'm not going to do it if you guys don't want me to.
I don't mind. I'm just wondering. You already have a Strahd in your head.
Yes, what's the worst that could happen?
But something else that maybe Strahd has. You seem to be feeling a lot better since last time.
Yeah, I'm not weirdly infatuated with him anymore. He's kind of gone down on my list. He's like barf level again. It's nice.
Yeah,
It was
they
just
told
a
me.
phase, Mom.
I'm not your mom.
Yeah, Sophie would like to try to remember the words.
I would normally only give you history for this, but if you would prefer Arcana, I will give you that as well.
They're both a +2, so doesn't matter to me. Let's go with a history, because she was kind of like weirdly looking at her and listening to her when she was speaking. So come on. 17 total.
It's in Zoom chat now.
Okay. Yes. That's what you say. Mirror, you just equal. No, what did she? Okay.
You've got this.
And
I believe
She'll
you.
like cover her eyes and like turn and look at it, and then say the incantation.
I think as she starts talking, Talia also like puts a hand on her sword, just in case.
Go for it, Sophie. Please read the incantation for us.
Magic mirror on the wall. Yeah, wall. Summon forth your shade. Night's dark vengeance, heed my call, and wield your murderous blade.
Well, that doesn't sound positive.
As soon as you finish the incantation, the mists begin to swirl in the face of the mirror, dark and stormy. And slowly the mists begin to filter out of the mirror and fill in front of you as a man made entirely of mist begins to form in front of you, wearing a cowl and holding a long knife. And that is where we'll wrap up this week's session of the Curse of Strahd.
You're a butthole.
I'm crossing my fingers that the whole not inherently evil thing means he's on team us now, but I'm not feeling like I want that to happen, but I'm not feeling really secure in that idea.
Can we just hire someone? Like...
All good? How are we all feeling? There's a mixture of faces. Two are smiling, two look kind of grossed out.
That was an emotional roller coaster today.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
That was great.
here we are at the end. Why don't we go round? Let's hear what you've got to say about the episode. If you had a favourite part, please share it with us. And then let us know who you are, where we can find you online and all that good stuff. We'll go the other way around this time. We'll start with Alice.
Hello, I'm Alice. I'm also White Rabbit Pick on Twitter, and I am a DM and player for this channel, and also I am in 2 campaigns over on Tales from the Grim as well. My favourite part today was trying to blag my way to be that I was this guard that was scared of identity theft after failing to climb in through a window. It was just fun to try and roleplay on the spot. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Next around, we have OBP190. Oh, hi, Rachel.
Hello. Hi, my name is Rachel or Baby190 here on the internet, and you can find me on Twitch right now because my Twitter is still dysfunctional. Hey, thanks Twitter support, appreciate you. Anyways, yeah, you can find me on the internet doing variety things of the video game variety. But God, I think I have to agree with Alice on that one. My favorite part, I think, of tonight was just that entire twins conversation and the fraud conversation. Just how well that guard just fell for everything and how genuinely worried Bob made him about fraud and about him possibly having a twin out there that was going to like steal his life and kill him or something like that.
Evil twin, right?
Yeah, dude. I really liked the little like huddle thing that Sophie and Suri did that Bob kind of came in on. And on a more serious note, I really liked the shift in attitude that Talia had that was really interesting, and I thought you played that really well, Kelly. So that was like kudos to you. That was really cool. But yeah, fantastic game. Thank you all for having me again this week, and I'm looking forward to next week.
Me too. And you have 100% just touched on my favourite moment. My favourite moment was indeed what seemed like an alignment shift from Talia. Hey, Kelly Lane, you're next.
Hi. So I'm Kelly Lane. You can find me on Twitter. Even more importantly, you can find me here tomorrow night, same time, same channel, playing in Dynama. A very different character. Still kind of healer squad, though. It's a weave system game. It's really fun. We ended last week on a similarly dramatic note to what we just had tonight in Curse of Strahd. So it'll be good. This episode will be good. You can also find me Saturdays on Wandering DM, playing in a Call of Cthulhu game set in the Wild West. Today was a roller coaster, y'all. Like, there was I really liked actually getting to see Talia and Suri interact more, because I feel like they haven't gotten a lot of one-on-one time yet. But I do actually think that they make a good team. So I enjoyed this image of her holding Suri up to the window and them scrambling through it just in the nick of time, and then kind of panicking and freaking out together, like, "Oh, we just did that." But I also enjoyed playing the alignment shift. I enjoyed doing that. I don't know if it was actually an alignment shift, but the state of mind shift. Talia, I knew Barovia was going to break her at some point, and this felt like the point. So.
Yeah, very powerful moment.
It breaks everyone at some point.
Well, that does lead us to you, Alex. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
You okay? That was like the most upset face ever.
Just so much today was just like, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Like, if it wasn't for my beginning half of the game being such freaking lucky rolls, and then just the second half, it was like, ah, fuck. If the first half hadn't been that good lucky rolls, then I feel like it would have gone very differently. And very, well, bad is probably the best word there, bad. But I also, like Kelly said, I really liked that Talia and Suri had a chance to interact a bit more today, because that hasn't happened yet. It's like in Friends, where like Phoebe and Chandler, they just don't seem to have much interaction, you know, but all the rest of the friends have like got their own little like plot lines, and it isn't often when Phoebe and Chandler do. So thank you for being the like Phoebe to my Chandler.
I will take that as the highest of praise.
Or like the Chandler to my Phoebe, you know, like yeah, and I also really loved seeing Bob, that whole scene of the like fraud and like panicking about having a twin, and the like, oh no, my greatest fear, my twin, like, and everybody's like, oh no, we found a twin. Like, that just cracked me up so much. That and the inadvertent like timing of like Bob saying how they're dragging like their bats behind them, and suddenly Kelly's dog in real life started letting off a squeaky toy. That to me was hilarious, just as an IRL coincidence. It was beautiful. And then so much with Sophie taking on the world on her own. Like, oh my goodness, Sophie, why?
Sophie's a honey badger. She don't care.
Yeah. Honey badger don't give a damn. And I love that very much as well. There's just so many little things where each character seems to have their lovely, beautiful little moments, and I adore that very, very much. And yeah, overall, hey, my name is Madame Gandalf. I played Suri, the like stupid one, and I play Madame Gandalf on every instance you can find. Also the stupid one, and yeah, you can find me streaming from Saturday all the way through till Thursday. You can find me here. You can find me on Encounter Roleplay. You can find me doing a podcast on Jack Ears. Just look on Twitter. You'll find me under the same thing, Madame Gandalf, and just have a drink on me, and we'll have a good time, and we'll cook, and we'll sing, and we'll play D&D, and we'll play games, and you just never know. Something will happen.
I've got to say, you've prompted it, Alex, but the same goes for Rachel as well. Your two streams are some of my favourite streams to hang out in when I'm not working. Just chilling. The pair of you, I love hanging out in your streams. So if you aren't following them already, go and do so. Also, high prize there from Skymelon. Thank you very much for that. It means a lot to get that kind of feedback. A lot of people say they enjoy things, but to concisely sum it up the way you have, thank you. This is my channel. Welcome. Like I said, my favourite moment was indeed the potential alignment shift with Talia. It would seem the true test has begun, the test of faith, which we knew was coming from the beginning of Season 1. And here we are, 4 episodes into Season 2, and it seems it's coming. You can check out our channel in several ways. You can check out our social links. In our Discord, it's a safe, inclusive space where you can talk about TTRPGs and other things. Also, today, I updated the Discord with a new tab called the Analytics tab, where I look at our finances, I look at how we've done on Twitch, how we've done on Twitter, fully open for the public to see. You can check out how the stream's doing and what's going on behind closed doors. Also, I'm putting a tracker on there for our average viewers, because when I went looking for feedback from Twitch, cards on the table, I put in a partner application because I heard online that people were getting really good feedback from their partner applications, and they were telling them how to grow and stuff, and I was like, cool, I want that, I want Twitch help, and Twitch would just get more viewers. I was like, okay, thank you, Twitch. So here I am.
Specific.
Thank you. Yeah, brilliant. So in the Discord, I've started tracking our average viewers per week. We've got a lot of hours, so building average viewers up could take time, but hey, we'll see what happens. I'm going to do giveaways at every 15 mark as it increases. We also have a Twitter there as well. If you guys want to get involved in one of these games, send me a DM on Twitter, and we'll get you in a game. We have D&D 5e twice a week, which is open to viewers. We also have Cypher System and Ryutama, all of which are a ton of fun. And we did have Monster of the Week as well, but I'm afraid that one is now full. So I'm afraid we can't get you in the Monster of the Week campaign. But it's very good. It's Mondays, 1 PM EST. It's a delight. We also have a Patreon. You can support us over on Patreon for as little as $1. We've hit and held on to our $500 goal for about a month now, and that to me feels like stability. So thank you all very much. You're literally making it possible for us to do this. It's fantastic. Thank you. We also have merch over on the Redbubble there, and we have sponsors. We have Bird in the Storm Publishing, who create content for D&D 5e and other TTRPGs. And we also have Mage Hand Press, who made the Dark Matter Alpha, a 5e expansion for sci-fi, so you can play D&D in space like we do on Thursdays at 10 PM. Also check out our tabs below. You can see other sponsors down there. There's arasavad.com, tabletoploot.com, and ruinc.com. So if you want to go and get yourself some dice, if you want to go and get yourself some accessories to roll or store your dice in, or you want to get some maps to play an adventure so that you can store and roll your dice, check out those free. There's discounts on all free. Also check out our artist who did this poster and most of the other posters and the overlays. She's fantastic. I may actually have taken up all her time, but you should check her out anyway because she's awesome. Thank you all very much. Today we are going to go and raid. We are We Are Nerdsmith. We Are Nerdsmith are a community who have similarly aligned goals to us, creating safe spaces for people to come and play games like D&D. At the moment they are playing a campaign. I'll get that cooldown going down. They're playing a campaign at the moment, so let's take across our raid cry. I don't know what it is, but do you know what? I'm going to take Graven the Red. I'm going to cheat and take your last comment as a raid cry. As we have Scrat Hype there. Paladins in Barovia, not for the faint of heart. Seems fitting. There we go. That'll be our raid cry when we go in. Keep on evoking emotions. Fill their chat with Scrat Hype and raid cries. And keep the love happening. Spread it forward. Always pay it forward. Thank you very much, everyone. Until next time, keep on evoking emotions. We'll see you later. Bye.